Okay. 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 I'm gonna turn up the volume a little bit too. Okay. Hello everyone. It's a fair programming error that just refused to be fixed. Code here. And today it is finally time to properly get into the Lantern Rite of Genshin Impact. The next Lantern Rite. The third Lantern Rite, I should say. Alright. Actually, let me turn up the volume quite a bit more. Because I know that this game can be a little bit quiet at times. Especially when compared to stuff like FNF. And I'd rather have it be a bit louder. Now, we did kind of start like the first teeny tiny segment of it. Lantern Rite really does always make this look more beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah, I think the audio should be okay. Great. Then, let's see what we got this Lantern Rite.
Welcome. Are the two of you looking to buy a kite? Would you like me to go over the different designs?
We heard a little bit about the designs already, but Oh, wait, what do you got? Fireworks, and so for some reason it's daytime again now.
Is our newest. It's been selling like crazy over the past 2 days.
Does it also have a unique meaning?
Or does it just
Of
look
course.
cool?
The Jade Chamber symbolizes wealth and abundance. The kite bearing its design is said to bring riches in the future to those who fly it.
Well, yeah.
That's Paimon's kind of kite.
Is there also one about food?
I apologize for the interruption, but are all your wares in order, Miss Genuine?
Yes, they're just over there. The paper, bamboo, and dyes. All the necessary kite-making materials.
Okay.
Wonderful. I'll pack them up and get a guard to deliver the goods to Yilong Wharf for you.
Yilong Wharf? Oh, wonder what that place is like during Lantern Rite. Paimon would
Well,
love
I
to
was
visit
over
the
there
wharf.
earlier, and by earlier I mean last time I streamed, and it didn't look like I had
If the
any
two of you are
decoration
interested
there
in
at
going
all.
To Yilong Wharf, then could I trouble you to find Gaming and deliver these goods together?
You mean gaming? Nah, I know it's gaming, but still.
Is Gaming the guard you just mentioned?
Yes. The communications office handles shipments and transports around Liyue. He works for the Secure Transport Agency, one of our sub-organizations.
Also, I have enough.
The
Hello.
problem is, many of my colleagues
Hello,
have taken
hello,
leave
how are
during Lantern
you?
Rite to spend time with their families. So, our available workforce has seen a dramatic decrease recently. If you were willing to help
Also, you're
out,
first,
then
by
I
the
could
way,
get a head
today.
start on my next
Imagine
appointment.
that.
You do seem really pressed for time.
Well, help. We always
Oh,
help.
Wonderful. You will, of course, be compensated for your efforts. Now, at this time of day, Gaming should be somewhere in the vicinity. Just follow the main road until you see the head of a Wushu dance costume. Should be on your right.
Be sure to come
All
back
right,
if you'd like to buy
sure.
a kite. I'll even give you a discount.
We do like them discounts. Alright, let's get to it. Evil Hatsune Miku craves flesh. What exactly are you talking about now? Hello? Ah, you mean the one I sent
thought we
you?
had an
You mean
agreement.
Evil Hatsune Miku?
Use
You
your
mean
badge to the phone
Icon?
tomorrow?
And she does crave flesh.
Look at you. Scowl like that for much longer. and
The
your face might
nourishment.
Stay that way. Hey now, don't be upset.
She is
How
not
about this?
quite as kind
You extend the
as
invitation,
Gabby,
and I'll pay.
one could say. Quite the
No way,
opposite.
Gaming. You're
Although
always
she
the
is
one
sweet.
picking up the tab. I'm not trying to be a sore loser. I just didn't expect you to come from behind to win like that.
That was nothing. All in a day's work, friend.
Perfect. Gaming is here.
Alright.
Sorry to interrupt, Gaming. We just spoke to a guy from the communications office who needs you to deliver some goods to Yilong Wharf.
Oh, that must have been Longzhou. Looks like I've got work. Gotta go.
Alright, now we get to
Sure,
meet
whatever you
Gaming,
think.
or as we like to call him, Gaming.
Let's have a rematch when you get back. I won't let you win so easily next time.
Alrighty, you can hand the goods over to me. Must have been heavy hauling them all this way. Let me take them off your hands.
It wasn't that bad.
I have you as a
Just some
character,
kite-making
Gaming.
materials. Plus, we didn't have to walk very far.
Kite making materials. I see. I'm glad it wasn't too much trouble, Paimon. Still, I owe you one. Ah, and you must be the traveler.
That is
It's
me,
nice to meet
yes.
you. Thanks for your help.
The Traveler, it is my name.
You know us?
There probably aren't many in Liyue who don't. I've heard quite a bit about you two. You're quite well known around
I can
these parts.
imagine.
Oh, and please excuse Longzhou if he forgot to thank you. Take my thanks in his place. He's a good guy. He's just been super busy lately, running around from place to place. Don't be too hard on him, yeah?
No worries.
So, you here for Lantern Rite?
Yep. It's always so lively this time of year. We were actually hoping we could tag along to Yilong Wharf and have a look around.
Perfect! We'll go together then. I'm good with directions, so just follow me. Trust me, I know my way around.
Do you now?
We can exchange
Can we
stories,
trust people who say
tell
they know
jokes,
their
or
way
just chat
around?
along the way. And there are a couple of good places to eat along our route. We can stop and
Alright,
grab a bite
Paimon's
when it's
on
time.
board now.
The ingredients are fresh, the portions are generous, and the prices won't break the bank. You can order anything, and I promise, you won't be disappointed.
Order anything?
Okay, yeah, I told you, Paimon seems to be drooling already.
Hey, did you really have to call Paimon out like that in front of our new friend?
Yes.
Don't worry, I understand. I joke around like that with my friends, too. It just shows how close you are. You
So,
need to
can we
pack
get
anything up
going?
before we hit the road? I can wait.
No need to wait.
Things are always packed and ready. We're pretty much travel experts at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a good travel
Oh,
companion.
That's right. Then let's get going. If we run into any trouble, you can count on me to protect you. I am a guard, after all.
Alright. And there is the menu. I probably could have played at least this far last time to unlock all of this.
Osmanthus wine.
I know, Osmanthus wine, I know. Alright, here we go. Into the new area that we've kind of already explored. Liam's work tends to have overwritten call-outs to media. Hard to watch sometimes. I mean, I get it. I think it's fun. I like Liam's work personally. I guess it's also a bit of a taste thing. But can we not appreciate the massive anime references at the end, huh? The totally
Just a bit further.
amazing
One step at a
duo
time. Hang in there.
that is Iceland and Crow. What in the fresh weep hell indeed. Oh,
Wait, and get behind me. I'll handle it.
will you now? I'm not so sure you will handle this because I feel like my team is better than you are as a trial character, but sure.
Have a little taste. Suffocate.
What is you? Oh, you do the spin to win. Okay.
Hop to it, Montai.
I guess he's a decent character. Doesn't seem super interesting to play so far, like compared to the rest of my team. I don't think I'm gonna be turned into a gaming user. As fun as that is. Also, Cheap Pickle fan, how's it going? Hope you're well. We are just doing some Genshin stuff today. Hopefully wrapping up all the event stuff, and then maybe we'll see if there's anything else to do.
We really can't go anywhere without running into treasure hoarders, can we?
But glad to know you've been well.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for deliveries to get intercepted. That's why this job needs guards like us.
Paimon was impressed by your moves back there. You seem like a real pro at your job.
Actually,
Oh.
Gaming was probably
That's
the
not a skill I
weakest
learned on the job.
out of the
It's
team.
just a hobby. Have you ever heard of wushu dancing?
I don't think so.
Really? Wushu dancing is famous in Chunyu Vale. Performers
Also,
might
the
be
Rob
invited
is
to
here.
promote the opening of a
Hello.
business or to spread good fortune during a holiday season. But I must admit, it has nothing on the popularity of the Liyue opera. I'm also well aware that people in Liyue Harbor aren't exactly jumping at the chance to watch
Yes.
Shota dancing.
Of
So
course we need playable
it's not
Shotas.
something
Gender
I do full-time.
equality, right? If we have lollies, we need Shotas.
2 jobs? How do you have the energy to do all that?
Also imagine having multiple jobs.
It's not that tiring. You just have to take a rest.
Ah, Paimon gets it, so you must sleep a lot.
Ah, using the
Not
Sans
really.
mentality,
Just
right?
yesterday I
Fortunately,
stayed up all
2
night
jobs
playing
means
cards.
twice as many legally required breaks.
Let's go. The docks are just up ahead.
They're really making me slowly walk there. During that scene. It's like, one anime, please, mercy! There was no mercy, however. Gaming walks forward and exchanges a few words with the boatman near the docks. The next thing you know, he's called for everyone to board a bamboo raft.
Finally, we can rest. Ooh, Paimon's shoulders are so stiff. And her stomach so empty.
Imagine empty stomach. That is always Paimon. Your stomach is
Sorry,
always
sorry.
empty.
Did I
Are
push
you
the
ever
pace a bit
full?
too much? I mean, you were the ones who said you were travel experts.
Liyue is just too hilly. Floating up and down so much. Where's Paimon out? Oh, Paimon was finally satisfied and now her poor stomach's empty again.
You know what? I'm gonna turn up the
Aw.
volume a little bit more.
Would you like some winter melon cake? I have some on me that I bought from a store.
Yes, Paimon will take all you got.
You might want to pace yourself there, or you'll be too full to eat a proper meal later.
Paimon never gets too full.
That's exactly what I said.
Just like you apparently never get tired.
Oh look, there's
No
a
matter how
time
hard you work
trial.
or how many jobs you work.
And there it goes.
Ah, I see. Then here you go, Paimon. And for you, traveler. Enjoy. And here's some for you too, Uncle Bosu. Don't think I forgot about you, my friend. I'll just set it to the side here for you.
Yeah, he kind of busy. Pause that. Gaming seems like a real people person. He can get along with anyone and he treats every person he meets like a close friend.
That hit the spot.
Oh god, there is no pausing autoplay while on this ship. There is no pausing
That
autoplay.
close of a call, huh? I've been eating winter melon cake ever since I was a kid. You can buy them from all sorts of places, whether it's a small vendor on the side of the road or a big restaurant in the city. But each place produces cakes with a slightly different flavor. If
It's
you like
great,
these
it's not
ones,
when their
I can give you
call-out
the address
senses
of the
act
shop I
up.
bought 'em from.
I mean,
I'll just
fair.
have to check when we get back. oh, all my jabbering must be making it difficult for you to enjoy the
What the
scenery
fuck
in
is
peace, huh?
pausing? It doesn't exist
Don't be
here.
afraid to tell me to zip it for a little while, okay? Really, I won't be offended.
It's okay. Paimon is kind of enjoying listening to your chitter.
Yeah, it would just be nice if I could pause it so I don't miss everything.
Aw,
But don't worry, I'm
good
trying
Paimon
not
is
to
a
miss
happy Paimon,
anything
huh?
here. But yeah,
Hey, Paimon
Indonesian queue, am I right?
anytime she wants.
Again, definitely a fun series. Slowly lose yourself in the beauty of the surrounding scenery before you know you are greeted with the sight of Yilong Wharf. Ah, I can speak. But yeah, it is right, there's a lot of callouts, but I like it. It's a dark show, you know. Which is why I can recommend it. And it's short, so it's a quick watch for everyone. Your turn? Oh, my turn, right. I'll talk a little bit once
Don't
we're
forget your
out of
things,
the
and,
autoplay
watch yourself as
segment.
you get off the raft, or you're in for a swim.
But I will tell you, I was definitely
Thanks
pleasantly
for the
surprised.
ride, Uncle Bosu. You take care of yourself now. I'll see
Okay,
you
that's
some
one
other
way
time.
to shut me up.
Okay, follow me.
Let us all enjoy
This
Lantern
way
Rite. Oh, I
first.
will. Thanks for the
We'll
alert,
have to
Gabe. I
take the
appreciate
elevator
it.
up
See
to
you
the
around.
Secure Transport Agency.
What was I going to say? Oh, right. So, Ivanov kind of told me to watch the Angel Hair Gabby series, which was pretty fun. Endless mode and Holocure for the first. Ooh. I need to do more Holocure runs as well, because I still haven't beaten every stage with every character and stuff.
Every journey.
But
has
endless
its
mode
final
is
day.
fun. Well,
Don't rush.
until the storm arrives. But yeah, The series that Ivanov told me to watch, right? I have to say it was definitely interesting. Like, going into it, it feels like, yeah, it's your basic, like, analog horror, which I know there's a lot of stuff in the analog horror genre, and I know it's a very popular genre, but this is just like such a light-hearted twist on that stuff. It's actually really nice.
Hey,
Like, when you think of like analog horror stuff, like,
What is it?
it's not really, can't even be classified as horror at that point. But it's such a like nice light-hearted twist on one of the most popular mediums currently out, and I really like it. Like the whole, you know, basically, it goes kind of towards like imaginary childhood friend, except not really imaginary friend. But like, you know what I mean. Ivanov knows what I mean, right? You know what I mean. It's hard to really put that into words properly, but like the whole collect my thoughts. I need to collect my thoughts a little bit more. But I definitely enjoyed it, I can tell you that much. It was definitely a pleasant surprise.
oh, well...
And it's also not very long, like the episodes
How
are
should I
relatively
put it?
short.
Come on, spit it out.
Do you
Reach
see
like
that
this in
group of
Steven
people over
Universe. It is pretty emotional at
Those are my
times too.
relatives.
Wow.
Also,
have a big
now that I've
family.
seen it, I definitely
Once
also
they start
understand
buying
that one
things, they
little
won't stop perusing
your
till it
newest
gets
post
dark.
in the art channel.
This is bad.
They're your family, not
It
your
all
arch
makes sense.
enemies. What's there to be afraid of? Unless... Oh, did you do something horrible to them?
Also, dark
No,
backstory
it's
for
not that.
gaming. I mean gaming. We're saying gaming here.
I'm just not that good at dealing with my family.
Yeah,
Maybe
fuck
best we can
family,
steer
am I
clear.
right? Creator of the
I'll
Madonna
explain
came out
more
with
when
a
we have a
parody of
chance,
his own
but
series.
Right now, we
Huh,
got a
maybe
job
I'll
to
look into that. I don't know though. I've never gotten too far into analog like I've never gotten too deep into the whole analog horror thing. Like I get the appeal with it, but I don't know. But again, I think Ivanov's recommendation, like the whole like angel hair Gabby thing, it was such an interesting twist on the whole genre that I don't know, it just was really nice to watch. And again, the final like the second batch, like right, it's two batches of episodes. And the second batch only dropped like, what was it, 4 months ago, I think? So for all we know, there could be more, there might be more coming. I mean, I haven't really looked into if there's any more coming, if they ever said anything about there being more, but I don't know, it feels like a definite possibility. Yeah, I have a story to tell. Oh boy, do you ever. Then we'll just have to sneak past them. Alright, no interacting with family, I guess, here.
The left side looks pretty packed. Let's go straight. Slow and steady wins the race.
Why do you have so many relatives here? Alright, moving on. Are you related to everyone here? Because there sure are a lot of people.
Let's wait here for a second. Maybe my aunt will leave.
Apparently so.
She's gone. Let's go.
Okay.
Turn left. Run.
Run? Was there a risk of her turning around? We're here. Okay.
Wow, you guys are good. I'm impressed.
I mean, I've stolen precious artifacts before.
Some cake. Oh, winter melon cake to be exact.
Doom, hi, how's it going?
You really liked
Told
it,
you I
huh?
would be going live today.
You know what?
I bet you didn't
I'll buy
expect
you
it
a
to be
whole
that
bunch
soon
and
after
go
we
and
had
sell
our
how you
little
can sell
call,
it.
huh?
As long as you don't wind up drowning, Paimon.
But I know you also have stuff to do, so I don't
Hey,
want
Uncle
to.
Jergay.
I don't want to keep you
These
here
are my
too
friends,
long.
the
But thanks for
Traveler and
showing up.
They came to deliver some goods with me. So, I guess I'll go ahead and take these over to Uncle Yongzan then?
Yes, thanks for your hard work. I should thank you
But
both
yeah,
for
we're
your
enjoying a
trouble as
nice little
well.
event here
Please
right
take a
now.
seat and rest for a bit. I'll prepare some tea.
No need. We'll be off soon anyway.
Limited
we're
time
already here,
story
aren't
that
we?
will not be
No
possible
harm
to
in taking a
experience
load
again
off
in the
for a bit.
future.
Plus, I know the Secure Transport Agency has some great Songla tea stashed around here somewhere. I promise you, one sip and you'll be hooked. Anyway, you just sit down and relax, Uncle Jergway. Who would I be if I just sat here and let you go through all this trouble? Leave this to me.
Figures
I have to
usually
be up
stream
and
at this
about to
time,
drop these goods
yeah.
off Anyway, what's a little extra time on my feet? Oh, you aren't too picky, right, Traveler? I know.
But I mean,
Paimon
there was
prefers
still
things on the
plenty of
sweeter
time to
side,
clear up
so
some
I
of your
won't steep the
questions.
tea too long.
And
I'll
again,
add
if there's
some dim sum
anything
pastries on
else
the
you
side.
need help with, if I can help, I definitely will. And off he
How
goes.
long have you two known Gaming?
Since a few minutes ago.
We just kind of tagged along on his trip to Yulong Wharf. He's just a super welcoming guy. We became friends. You know, just like that.
That's how it works with
That's
most
just
people
how
here,
he
I
is.
guess.
He's the attentive sort. Really knows how to look after his own. A while ago, one of our guards had to take off work. Said his joints were hurting due to the rain. Gaming personally went all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some medicine for him from Dr. Baiju, then traveled through the night to deliver it back to him. That young man has such a good head on his shoulders. How can anyone not love him? I mean, there is his dad, but, well, ask anyone else.
Ooh, again,
Uncle Yongzan
family
says he doesn't
problems
have the
here, huh?
personnel to spare for this delivery right now. So what do you think, Uncle
Let us stop
Jergway?
by for a bit.
Should I go ahead
Again,
and deliver it
no
instead?
worries, no worries.
It feels like we've troubled you enough already.
I appreciate
It's
you
tight
swinging
making
by
materials,
already.
Though. Could be for a kid. I'm sure the sender wants it delivered before Lantern Rite.
Ah, Lantern Rite.
by
I'm
the way,
looking forward
here,
to
have
seeing
some
what
tea.
it looks like. The refreshing aroma and lingering aftertaste of the tea invigorates
All right, then.
everyone,
Deliver
I
if you want
guess.
to.
Ooh, are you free in 2 days? How about we grab some dim sum from Liyue kiosk? My treat, and don't even think about trying to pay.
Oh, I guess this is where Act
Whoa,
1 ends?
That's way too generous of you.
Right? Because he said in 2 days, so
Don't
that's
mention
probably
it.
where we have to do a
Just
time skip.
Think of this as a thank you for all
When
your
does
help.
this event end?
Besides, the
I think
thing
10
between me and my
days
family,
from now?
it's
A little
long
bit over
story.
10 days from now, I
It
think.
might take some time to tell.
Sounds good.
I think on the
Paimon never says
25th.
no to free food.
So I still have some time to experience this story. So yeah, at Liyue kiosk then.
All right, then I'm off. See you in 2 days. Oh, and Paimon, make sure not to eat too much before then. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Alright, I'm assuming this is where part 1 ends. And now I have to do an in-game time skip.
She's just gonna have to show him how much she can really eat. Anyway, is Gaming's family situation
But I
really
guess
that
we're still
complicated?
talking about Gaming.
He has such a happy-go-lucky
Fandom growing
personality.
as the
Plus, he's
creator.
an enthusiastic and diligent worker.
Discord server.
It's hard to
Ooh.
imagine a guy like that being troubled by much.
Again, that feels like such a
How should
niche
I put it?
fandom, but definitely a
Since he
fun
already
one,
plans to
if
tell
I
you
had to
himself,
guess.
you don't
A niche
need
but
an
fun
old man like
fandom,
me to add
just
my 2
judging by
cents.
the series
You
itself.
seem to be around the same age, so you might have a lot in common. Perhaps you could help him talk things through. Consider it a favor to me.
I'll try.
If you have the time, maybe you can make a little flag for us to wave about. It can say, "We provide aid in spades." Couldn't hurt to advertise our services, right?
Well, I can certainly arrange that. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Wait, seriously? Paimon was just joking, but if she's going to get us something, she'd much rather have wintermelon cake instead.
Sure, Paimon.
Seems like Gaming really has rubbed off on you. Would you like some
In
more
the old
tea?
days of Infinity
I think
Train?
there's some left.
No thanks. We came all this way and still haven't gotten a chance to look
Again,
around
I
the
am
woods.
curious to see if if Angel Rabbit
We
Hair.
should see the kinds of kites they got. Maybe they'll have ones you can't
Like,
find in Liyue Harbor.
I wonder if that series will get a third batch of episodes. I would assume so. Just because of how the current batch ended, it seemed like it kept it open. Like, it had a good spot where it could build from, essentially. I also felt like it could be a satisfying end to the story. But then again, the first batch also had a satisfying end to it. So, Anyway, that's not a bad idea, Paimon. Except, you know, all of Paimon's ideas are bad ideas.
Please do let me know if you'd like more tea. You're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Alright. Going over here now. Plush and cards on Kickstarter? I know about the plush, I didn't know about the cards.
What are you doing here?
Well, look who it is.
The way you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence.
By the way, before we continue here, actually I want to check something real quick because I think I did a bit of an oopsie. Yeah, I did a bit of an oopsie. I forgot something very important. Well, not really important, but still. There. I always have that in the title when I stream this game. Apparently I didn't include it today. Fixed it. Fixed it. We can continue. Greetings, Jangyun. Hello.
Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to respect your elders.
Ugh, starting on the elder stuff already, huh?
Oh, that's
Back
some
in the cave,
cash.
snickering
That's a
away
lot
at
of
some
cash.
kite-related thingamabob or something? What brings you out here? And what's with that huge box next to you? Ah! Paimon gets it. You're here to do some shopping, aren't you?
Is that what you're
And
here for?
what of it? The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology into said kite-flying competition is of no consequence to oneself. Did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment, or
Oh.
perhaps even fall to petty sulking over such?
So,
It's not that we think
Huh.
those things exactly. That's just
But aren't
what
you,
Mountain
like,
Shaper and
curious
Mooncarver told us, or
about human
just
technology?
Something and Paimon can't be bothered to remember what their aliases were called. Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look for you.
And then they
asked
went
us to
and
pass along
left.
their regards if we ran into you.
Oh, huh.
Tianyun?
Did she forget about them?
It appears time has quite flown since one's arrival in Liyue Harbor. How could one have forgotten about those two old fossils?
Like you're not one of them.
One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone for this slight. Nay, given that one has ventured all this way to Yilong Wharf, tea would be more advisable. A great thought has illuminated one's mind once again. One is reminded that certain purchases have yet to be made. Perhaps
Huh.
you two could wait here whilst one performs this task. It'll be but a moment.
Of course, of course, of course. So, it looks like the time skip will take a little bit more.
Just here to watch your stuff?
Yes, apparently so.
That woman really just does whatever she wants.
You have no need for merch. Yeah, I mean, if you can make your own, that is very fair. Out of clay. Let me go see what she's up to.
Hey, not you too, traveler! Oh, all this Paimon ditching is super not appreciated.
Well, that's what you get for being Paimon, Paimon.
Come back soon, okay? Paimon doesn't want anyone to try and steal his stuff.
Well, that's why you're
Welcome.
watching it.
Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly from Chaoying Village. Might I recommend the Sunglo variety? It's one of our specialties.
Now, that sounds promising. One will bring some back for those old fossils, and all will be well. Two
Yes.
boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special Lantern Rite promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10% off. 4 boxes will net you 20% off.
20% off 4 boxes. This merchant strikes a fair bargain. One might as well give some to Morax
Yes.
and Ping too.
Oh, I'm sure
Then
Morax
four
will
shall
enjoy that
suffice.
stuff.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you in these exquisite gift sets. Buy 10, get half off. Look at the magnificent design, and the red ribbon gives quite the festive flair, don't you think? Such a gift would be sure to impress any lucky friend.
Oh boy, how much would she be paying for that?
10 boxes. Seems rather excessive. But if one factors in the conqueror of demons and one's disciples...
Oh god, this will be a massive
10, a nice round
purchase.
number, don't you think? Of course you do. I'll even shave a little extra off the price for you.
That is agreeable. One will, I will have these boxed up then.
Wow, you're even trying to
Of
break
course,
your
of course,
habits
right
of
away.
speech, huh?
I see you have quite the eye for fine items, mademoiselle. Perhaps some of my wares might also be of interest to you.
Oh god, she's getting hustled.
I'm a toy merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and most intricate clockwork
She's gonna get
toys
hustled so
Morax
bad
can
here.
buy here.
Oh no.
Each one sure to be a source of endless amusement.
Perhaps you could enlighten me then. When should said amusement be derived?
Well, that is, of course, best understood by playing with them yourself. If you could wait just a moment, I can bring one out and give you a demonstration.
What are you looking around
There
for?
is no need for that.
Mademoiselle.
Give me your newest and finest model, and be sure to package it securely.
Ah, of course. Here you go.
Oh.
The instruction manual is...
And she's already
I can do
gone.
without. Thank you. Oh, many watchful eyes surround this place. If one were to be spotted purchasing a mechanical toy such as this, a child's plaything no less, it would only invite scandal.
Of course, of
There is no
course.
harm in bringing it back to study in secret.
Sure, Cloud Retainer. I should head back before Ganyu notices. Work sometimes? Well, it is one way to fall asleep, I guess.
Naturally, one may not delight in social interactions, but that does not mean one lacks said faculties.
Seems like Ganyu is easily swayed into buying things. That box looks fit to burst
And
already.
you too? Are you not here to purchase things?
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are any kite stalls around Yilong Wharf. But it does look like there are lots of goods from Fontaine.
You are also
Probably because
planning
this is closer
participate in
to-
the kite
to
flying
Fontaine, you know?
competition, Then.
Also?
One means to say, you along with all the other youths. One has been entreated to share one's kite-making expertise, and indeed, there was little one could do about such persistent supplication. One moment energetic and earnest, and dejected the next. One had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests, and thus, one will be organizing a kite-making workshop to
Oh,
provide
fun.
personal instruction in this art form.
Oh, who will be participating then?
Your disciple,
Shu,
perhaps?
Shenhe, Ganyu, and Yaoyao.
Huh.
Wow,
So at
that's
least-
quite a few people.
At least,
Also,
yeah,
this
at least
is
a few,
pretty
at least a
well
small
taken,
handful.
but it's not like you have to make your own kite to participate in the competition. You can't just buy one ready-made and call it a day.
Like she would ever do that.
You speak of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device, do you not? Tis nothing but a crude piece of mortal machinery. The mechanism that one has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. Let us not speak of the source of the mechanism's power, but rather its structure. It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend into the sky and the durability to follow the wind for many a mile. It is built with a series of intersecting rods that...
Alright, you can give me this full breakdown, but I'm not sure I
Never mind.
will need to
It
know
is
all your
unlikely
details
the two
here.
of you will understand, even should one expend the effort to explain.
Yeah.
One is better off saving one's breath.
It sure seems like you want to talk about it, though.
Talk about it to Paimon.
So, will you be attending the workshop or not?
I mean, we probably will.
Wait, you've been trying to invite us this entire time?
Seems interesting.
All right then. No need to prepare the materials in any case. One has it all sorted. Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days. I shall be expecting you around midday.
Are you leaving? Don't you want a guard to help you with that big box of yours?
Surely you jest. One goes as one pleases. For what reason would one need to rely on another?
Plus, she has a vision. She can fend for herself easily. Oh. And she can make that just float.
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
A very practical one.
One calls it the floating toting device.
Huh. She seems pretty proud of that one. Look at her walk down the street. She seems so confident, but everyone around her is looking at her all funny. Paimon wonders... never mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, that box of hers seems to be full of those mechanical lifty thingamabobs. Not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just got a bit unsteady for a second and accidentally brushed the embroidery on top. And wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came bursting out. Paimon even went out of her way to keep it all together.
What will I do about you, Paimon?
All Paimon say is that Shenyun sure does try hard to save face. What did she call it again? A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bets she just can't wait to take it apart and see how it's made.
That does sound like something she would do.
Totally. We should probably act like we didn't see anything, though. You know, in consideration of her feelings and all.
True that, true that.
After all, that is the propriety with which one should comport oneself. When it comes to an elder, right?
Alright, part 1 complete. On to part 2. On to part 2, which I think is now where we require a time skip. Right? Yeah. 2 days. Fun. 1, 2, and 8 a.m. is fine. So, I do appreciate the fact that time skips are even an option the game gives you. It's just annoying that you have to sit through this so often in quest lines, but it's fine. It's fine. We can manage. Come on.
Paimon has never had dim sum at Liyue kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure. Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling her it's time to go find Gami. Let's go!
Yep. Already on it. Going all the way back down to Liyue Harbor. Alright. Let's go. Food. Food time. Give me food. We want food. Paimon wants food. And I will also partake in the food. Alright, let me in. Like the old days of Undertale. But niche enough for moderation.
You're early. I just ordered.
Yeah.
Food should be out in a second.
At this point, it doesn't look like,
Take a seat.
that series is gonna grow anywhere near as big as
Here,
Undertale,
hand
because
me your
Undertale
cups.
is just too much of a cult phenomenon. Who knows if it'll ever grow out of that niche enough to get a little bit bigger of a fan base. But sometimes it's for the best if a franchise stays in a
You weren't
niche.
supposed to drink that, Paimon.
Sometimes
That was
that's
for you to
better.
rinse your utensils.
Oh.
That's a thing?
Damn, Paimon. As you talk, piping hot dim sum dishes arrive at the table one after another. And just when you think that all the dishes have been delivered, the hostess brings over a generous bowl of seafood congee. And we're getting a cute image
So
too.
much delicious food. Do you really eat all this just for breakfast?
Big breakfast here.
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about holding back then.
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the
How big
morning,
is your
but, well,
wallet?
since everyone's here, I just had to order it. What
Like,
about
I
you,
can pay
traveler?
easily.
Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood congee? Let me refill your bowl.
I'd be happy to do it myself.
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and full and make sure she gets a few extra shrimp. Thanks.
Everyone picks up their chopsticks and begins to dig in. Each dish tastes exquisite and is uniquely flavorful. You slowly start to relax as you enjoy pleasant conversations over a satisfying meal. This goes on until even Paimon can't eat another bite.
So full. That meal was so satisfying. It even gave Paimon some extra brain juice. Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out.
It's nice to be hungry or to be sated happy either way. Well, I don't mind being hungry as long as there is food to sate me. Figured what out.
Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three of us. Well, you must be hiding the fact that you're some young master from a rich family.
Told you he has a big wall. How long you gonna
That's why
stream?
you try to keep your friends and family away
At
from
least
each other.
3 hours. That is my usual minimum. I will at the very least stream until
Are
I
you
finish the
confusing me with
entire
Shinjo?
event story. Which, if it takes 4 hours, I'll go that long.
You sure know a lot of people.
We'll see how long this story takes.
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. What it comes down to is being able to tell the difference. More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
So how many doors do you knock on a daily basis
Truly are
then?
a man of many talents, young Master Gaming.
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble, Paimon, but you're wrong about my family situation.
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My
Plus, even
dad
if he
is just an
was, his
ordinary
dad
tea
clearly
merchant.
doesn't like him.
Small scale stuff, you know? It wouldn't even make sense to mention his business in the same breath as the Feiyun Commerce Guild. My dad... he always wanted me to inherit the family business. To be a merchant like him.
And that's why he doesn't like you,
But that's
because you
just
want to
not
do
who I
something
am.
else.
It's not who I ever
So
wanted to be.
streaming later, I'll drop by. Thank you, and I'll see you around. Gaming always seems so happy and carefree. This is the most serious I've ever seen him. This topic must be very important to him. Alright, but yeah, thanks again for stopping by. Maybe I'll see you later, maybe not. We'll see how long this goes.
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations and stuff.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what I could do. According to my
Alright.
dad, though, that wasn't a real job. Just a child's pipe
Just
dream.
just like how streaming isn't a real job. Although I
I'm sure
wish
he
it
thought
was.
I would come around eventually, but wushu dancing has always been the only thing I wanted to do.
Man, if
One
only
day,
I could be a full-time
He
streamer,
tried to
wouldn't
get
that
me
be
to visit some other
nice?
tea merchants to start building the right relationships.
Doesn't everyone dream of that?
I refused to go. We got into a huge fight. We were this close to throwing hands. In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. I haven't been back since.
And that's why you want to avoid
Don't
any
get on my
family
case just
members.
yet, okay? And it's not like I think I'm completely without fault. No, I know that it wasn't the right way to go about things. But my dad's stubborn.
Huh.
No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear and out the other. There was no changing his mind. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could speak for themselves.
And that hasn't happened yet, but it will during this Lantern Rite. You will make it big, and we'll be there.
I'm sure you both already know how that's going. Wushu dancing's just not that big in Liyue Harbor. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. Most times, I wound up eating nothing but humble pie. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So, I found a job as a guard to make some money.
Makes sense.
And
You
now
have
I
a
have enough
vision.
to
You
get
might
by
as well
and then
use
some.
it in combat.
So, change takes time. Gotta take it slow, you know?
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold. Ooh, let's do something fun this afternoon. What do you say, huh?
What are we doing?
I'll organize.
You tell me what we're
Actually,
doing.
We kinda already have plans this afternoon. We told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
You want to come along? Extra
Oh.
member?
Are you interested in kite-making, Gaming?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
Auntie? Auntie is no way to address mighty and illuminated Adeptus. No, let's not mention Adeptus. Auntie Ganyu.
That title certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh, I know that she's an Adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't
Huh.
she been in the city lately? She's
How
even
many
tried,
people know
with
that
some
she's an
limited
Adeptus?
success, to change her terms of self-address or something like that. She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on a kite, does she?
Is that not something you can do?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she tell me what she wanted them for?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you.
Let's
If
go!
Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes on a kite, the formula will need to be changed.
Great, the more the merrier.
One more addition to the workshop. Let's begin part 2. Send Needle Mouse to heaven? What? What are you talking about now? What? Needle Mouse? Like the Needle Mouse? Alright, where are we going? Over there. 2,000 meters away. Back to Cloud Retainer's home. In the mountains. Right between Liyue Harbor and the new wharf. You see, Needle Mouse? Yes. Very interesting. Ha. I'm a bit tired today, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've already been streaming longer than the past 2 streams. And who knows how much longer today's stream will be. Hello!
Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up!
Haven't seen Yaoyao in a
Friends
while
have arrived.
either. I mean, seriously.
Hello, friends.
Don't worry, Ganyu, I'm tired too.
Ganyu!
Oh, I
Can
have
relate.
some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone.
Don't fall asleep again! If I can stay awake, so can you, Ganyu. I know you're overworking yourself and I am not, but still.
Apologies in advance.
Oh boy. Grab her by the horns.
Not there!
See Shenhe take out a small green bottle, extract some minty smelling liquid, and apply it to Ganyu's horns. Yaoyao and Paimon look on in shock, mouths agape, but cannot stop her in time. Well, at least she's awake now.
She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water? Or maybe something to eat?
I'm fine.
Spam. No more phone calls.
Chilly all
Over phone calls too, huh? How interesting.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. So, does this mean that heat's what we need to help you, Ganyu? Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
I feel a bit better now.
So can you say hello
Was
to us
I
properly
asleep?
now?
Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often.
Very often.
Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin Restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without fail.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Gaming. We are gaming right now.
My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the secure
No, you're
transport
gaming.
agency.
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name mentioned around the Ministry of Civil Affairs. People tell
Prevent
me
the
you're an
bite of
extremely
83?
enthusiastic worker, and you are very generous with your help.
That is very
well,
interesting.
You know me. Or, I guess you don't.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe, and this is Yaoyao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Shenyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes,
Kite making time.
I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am willing to learn.
Me too. I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best friend. Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right?
Very
Your
true.
best friend didn't come with you? Well, Qiqi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. I'll meet up with her later and give her a huge surprise.
Of course you
Oh,
will.
I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come prepared.
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my companion's enthusiasm. I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive city atmosphere with everyone. But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. She always puts us before herself. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop, so I simply couldn't let such consideration go to waste. My motivation for being here might be a little
You're getting in a
different,
gold.
yes,
That
but
stuff
I'm
gets
ready to put in
confusing,
just
huh?
as much effort as everyone else.
But you go off.
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is Shenyun? Shouldn't she be here by now?
No, she will
Who
arrive
is it that
fashionably
speaks of
late.
oneself in such an ill-tempered tone.
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon! Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm. Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is sure to have brought enough for Paimon as well, right?
Not anymore. You don't get any. Claritaina sets down her bags while she hands out the grilled fish. As everyone begins to talk, lively conversation fills the usually tranquil environment of Mount Aosang.
So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
If your life is complete, does that mean you can die
It
now?
appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide yourselves into small groups. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. Use them as you see fit. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any questions?
Question, can you provide the instructions again?
Too hard on the eating and less on the listening.
I'll be the one making it anyway.
Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
But for me, we kind
One
of
would
time
wait
skipped
under this
through
tree
the
and avail
whole thing.
oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble, questions, or simply want to chat.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the others are up to?
Ow. Ow. Oh god, it begins again. Oh god, it begins again. There is no stopping this now, is there? Never mind, it stopped.
Hey, Gaming, want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the die formula.
No, you get to help now. Ow.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh? That doesn't seem like you.
No, it's not that. It's just...
It didn't stop.
It would take too long to explain.
It will never stop.
I guess I'll just make one then. What shape should we go with? How about a butterfly?
Butterfly symbolizes the desire for freedom. Perhaps that's also what Gaming's
What do you
searching
think,
for.
Qiqi?
I mean gaming.
Is there a particular
We will
design you
keep
want?
saying gaming. I have to
I want a
remember
swanee.
that we are gaming right now.
That might be a little hard to pull off.
True, but I still want to try. They're super cute.
Okay, it's decided then.
Alright, so they're teaming up, and apparently they're doing stuff.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on. They're really quite sensitive.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good.
But why are the horns so sensitive? One
Could
would
I
assume...
touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Oh yeah, touch the horn.
Please.
Welcome
I'll
back,
touch you. Just
Cheap
call me
Pickle
Ganyu.
fan.
Well, alright. Just be gentle.
Oh god, no.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before.
Don't eat her horns.
Still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I should stop. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors. Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before Cloud Retainer comes to check on our progress. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
100 hours of community service. Oh no. Oh no.
They seem to be
Not the
getting along
community
swimmingly.
service.
Let's not disturb them.
Alright, anyone else? Of course, of course. The main attraction. Our teacher, our
Auntie
master.
Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
Very nice whistling.
One is looking forward to seeing your finished product.
What color are you going to make it, Yaoyao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friends. But if I make it gold, it'll be more like me.
You could make it blue and gold.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, one would advise choosing gold. When giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagines your friend would much prefer a kite that reminds them of you.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Qiqi. How did you know?
She's smart. She has brain.
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a way of knowing things.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the relaxing. Is your kite finished?
We actually haven't started.
Yeah, let's run. Let's run. Let's get to work.
We should get started on our kite now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. Also, I see you grab the dong emote. The beautiful dong that we all appreciate. Alright. I guess we'll get to work now.
First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at?
The obvious answer is to make a Paimon-shaped kite.
Oh, that's not a completely crazy idea. If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tastiest food and funnest things to do wherever you go.
Of course.
Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. How about this? The word Paimon means the guardian angel of travelers.
The emergency food of travelers. Got it. You built the kite's frame according to Cloud Retainer's instructions. No cut.
Now, what expression should we give her? Since the kite is going to be flying super high in the sky.
Should look pleased with herself. She should look afraid. She should look guilty about something. Ooh. You know what? She would look pleased with herself.
Ooh, like this? Ooh. The title of Champion Kite Flyer is mine.
That would describe Paimon pretty well, wouldn't it now? Oh, actually, let me rethink.
The kite is going to be flying.
Chad, what do you think? I'll actually make this your decision. Fine. No. Alright, should the Paimon kite, should she look pleased with herself? Should she look afraid? Or should she look guilty about something? We're sticking with pleased with herself? I kind of feel like that too. That would be kind of a Paimon thing, right? Oh, one vote for guilt. Also very fair. But yeah, I feel like... Yeah, no, let's go with this one.
Ooh, like this? Ooh. That's...
Yes, that's the one.
Now that we've decided, let's make it happen.
She will look very pleased with herself when she's all the way up in the air. Alright, what do we have? What does it look like?
It's done! Paimon has to say. Kite Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness.
Really?
Now we just have
Can
to
I see
touch
it?
the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Alright.
Xinyun's calling us.
Do I get to see the expression? I like it's just hiding it from the camera perfectly, huh?
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow. It's so pretty. Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master. If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image.
Damn, okay. And yeah, that one does have a lot of blue in it, in addition to gold.
Did you
Like on the right.
painting it, Ganyu?
Yaoyao's.
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Except Master. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
Fair.
Oh. Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too.
But when are we gonna get to see the Paimon kite?
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow, The disciples of Adepti really are something.
Do you want to be a
You are
disciple?
most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute too, Yaoyao. It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's guidance.
And what about the
your
Paimon kite?
Traveler?
Are we finally gonna get to see it? Oh, we have that smug expression. Oh, we are ready. Yeah, she does look very proud of herself there.
Its self-important countenance bears a striking resemblance to that of its namesake.
It makes her look like she's already won the competition. Well, that's gonna happen one way or another.
Oh, I'm sure it will. As long as I am involved.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh?
Rob, you're here, right? Moderator action. Breeze rushes past in the Jade Chamber. Kite fall. Yeah.
Who dares
Rob, we
attempt
need
such a
we need
flagrant
moderator
display of
actions here.
impropriety by releasing a kite into one's territory without one's permission? Oh, and to do so by
Thank
making
you.
use
Thank you
of
very
this
much. Appreciate
crude
the help.
piece of mortal machinery. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence.
Oh boy, there she goes. Someone's gonna die
Continue to
now.
the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Yeah, she has someone to kill real quick.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Why? To prevent her from
Master's
killing
going to be
someone?
okay, right?
I'm more
Yeah, she
worried
will be
about the person
okay.
who released the kite.
Exactly. That person may perish.
Looks like we can glide over.
Oh, I even got the kite. Let's go. I actually get to keep it. Woo. Woo. Quite a distance that kite traveled, apparently.
It's right there.
Well, I am here. Where's the dead body?
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious.
Oh boy! Oh boy, the other
Now is
Adepti are
hardly an opportune
dying.
time for your musings.
Hey, look,
Someone
Zell is
among us
back.
was not sufficiently attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its last location?
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong. Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the thought.
Yeah, you are
Your
almost dead.
concern is misplaced, surely.
No, it is not.
Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her research. She will not notice that kite.
Oh, but she did.
On the subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot help but surmise that its ingenuity rivals that of Cloud Retainer's creations.
Let's hope she didn't hear you say
Still
that.
my tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing,
Yeah.
we can both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Yep, you are dead.
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor. Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Nope.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent and retire at the earliest opportunity.
We can hardly avoid her forever.
She's
That
just
makes the price
standing
during
there,
Lantern Rite. But what about the
menacingly.
Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You retrieve it.
That
Do you
is
both
not
want to
our
die?
kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself is mistaken then?
Ah, you're an Adeptus?
Yeah, they're totally
Please
not
forgive us for
Adepti.
any impropriety. I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
You too.
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite mint.
Yes.
Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Shinyan. Mooncarver? Mount
No!
What are you doing here?
No! You've revealed their identity. Oh, she... Well, they're fucked.
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe. Did she say something wrong?
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises.
Of course, of
One
course.
was simply curious as to how long they would keep up the act.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novelties can be.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the times. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that
Adept,
require
get it? Because they're
depthness of hand.
adepti? Haha.
No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so to speak.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular talent stands unmatched across the land. Of this, we are well aware.
Well then.
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
Okay, I mean I can teleport back.
Already? All this flying from place to place is wearing Paimon out.
But you know I can teleport. Alright, fine, we're going back. And the game basically expects me to teleport. Because there's no wind currents to use to travel back. And I am not walking all this distance, because that is a bit too much. Alright. Let's go, let's see. We's back!
They're back.
Yes. We have arrived.
Paimon's pooped. Hi. Why are there only two of you left?
Everyone else went home already, I
After
assume?
you left, Yaoyao and Shuyu tired themselves out playing with their kites.
Uh-huh.
Gaoming offered to escort them home.
And that leaves you two?
Before he left, he said something that I don't quite understand.
Oh? What did he say?
He went gaming.
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever truly flying free. He looked quite dejected as he said
Something
this.
about him being tethered to his family,
Now that you mention
perhaps?
it, Gaoming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
Perhaps he sees himself reflected in them.
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship and the bonds that tie us and...
Yeah, but he doesn't like his family.
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection, but lose it, and you lose that which links you to home. If Gaoming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself, then I fear I understand his words even less.
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences,
Yes.
right? It's actually quite normal.
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others won't go anywhere near it?
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important as they are.
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation?
Oh, I actually made it back
Did
before
one
you.
miss
Imagine that.
something?
I thought you were already around the
We were
area
just
somewhere.
chatting. You don't have to butt in on
I guess that's
every
the benefit
little
of
thing, you know.
teleportation.
Where were you anyway?
One was merely doing a bit of cooking.
Okay, never mind. You were here faster.
Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one would entreat you to stay and eat before you depart.
Oh, it's been so long since I've had the chance to enjoy your cooking, Cloud Retainer.
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivities.
We'll take you up on the offer then.
Shenhe, Ganyu, come with me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
Let them be. Okay. You wait outside Clown Retainer's abode for a few moments.
This is...
The outfit change! Look at them! Amazing. I knew the outfits were a thing, but
I
still.
can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing.
But it looks nice.
Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
Amazing.
She asked them just like that.
Pose. One of them really shy, the other one pose. How do we look? You look great.
You look pretty too, Ganyu. Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined. Those outfits really suit you both.
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less.
Really went out of your way for that one, huh?
What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer suddenly asking about what colors we like?
Because...
I like black.
Yeah.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own tastes.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
That is
And
very
you,
fair.
Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer, for this gift. And the kite, too.
Alright.
Thank you, Master.
Now, food.
One is content as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
You sit down and enjoy a table full of delicious food and pleasant company.
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyun. This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat inside is so succulent and sweet. Paimon
Succulent.
can't stop eating.
Succulent.
It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
You trounce him.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was hoping to treat him to a meal.
Perhaps another day.
Oh well. One will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards.
But it is possible to meet
He
that
appears
certain
to be a young
standards.
man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential squandered.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that tethers him.
Kite string? Huh. What strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe.
Hmm.
Ever since you returned from one mean restaurant, Your turns of phrase render one at quite the loss.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between Gaming and his dad, Xinyan?
Yeah, there's some issues there with the whole
One has
family
only
business
heard
stuff.
that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh? Ran away, you say? Oh. One believes we would all benefit from a more thorough retelling. Start from the beginning.
Alright.
Oh, okay. Paimon just hopes he won't mind.
I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Paimon tells Cloud Retainer everything she knows about the Gaming family situation.
This shall not do.
Oh?
Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste.
BRB, alright, see you in a bit then, Rob.
Contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogius. He possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best accentuate a garment's overall styling. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanus once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogius made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, when one asked Menogius his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogius was that type of person. When it came to topics related to garments and accessories, not even Rex Lapis could best his stubbornness.
Damn.
And later,
we're getting a lot of story now, huh?
one seems to have strayed off topic.
No, by all accounts, keep
One
going.
means to say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion. It is a time to address problems before they turn into regrets.
Oh, we have another long
Fate
silence?
is
Oh, never
fickle.
mind.
The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality, one should do one's utmost to make it so.
That's nice and all, but...
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No. Mechanics, perhaps. One fails to see its use in a situation such as this.
Oh boy.
Is there
No
anything
ideas,
I can
huh?
do to help?
Anything we all can do to
Combining
help?
our efforts is a fine idea indeed. Aha!
Oh!
One has an idea.
Hello, Raiders!
How about
YT
this?
Cyan, I hope I said that correctly.
Does
Thank
that
you
make
so
sense
much
to
for the
everyone?
raid. Welcome.
Oh, Paimon
How was
really
your
hopes
stream?
this
Were you
works.
also playing Genshin? Can we get a
What
shout out?
designs never
Alright, my
fail.
moderator is currently
now then,
BRB.
I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary preparations.
Never mind, there's the shout
Shall
out.
see you in 2 days.
Is that perfectly? Alright, again, thank you so much for the raid. I just finished part 2 of the Lantern Rite. I'm having fun with this so far, but yeah. Played Lantern Rite as well. Is it amazing? I assume it is. It always looks gorgeous every single year. I assume whatever cutscene we're getting at the end of it will blow me away. I can only assume. Try to look at. Oh boy. So that intense, huh? I'm really looking forward to it now. But I think this is. I was told this is a 4-parter. So we still have a little bit to go until we get to the action. But I am looking forward to it. I really, really am. I need to see. I need to see what they have. And I mean, there is a bit of drama this time around with the whole Gaming situation. With the whole family problems.
The plan! Let's go find Gaming. Hope everything goes well.
Boy, here we go. So back to Liyue Harbor once more. Man, I'm really excited though. For the first time phone. Shout out worked? Damn. Well, it's good that it worked. Can't have that shout out not work. But yeah, by the way, random question. Who's your favorite character in the game? Cyan. Kind of curious. I mean, I'm a big Zhongli simp myself.
You've certainly gotten an early start this morning. Playing games already, are we? Who won this
But
time? You the one buying games
I'm
over
curious. I know a lot of people like Hu Tao as well.
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect. You're all
I do
here.
need to know everyone's
There's an important
favorites.
commission I need your help with.
All right, I've got the time. Where are the goods?
Well, it's not just goods this time. I need you to escort a tea merchant and their wares from Chaoying Village to Liyue Harbor.
An
Very
escort,
important
okay.
client has requested to meet with him.
Sure. What's this merchant's address?
Here.
First 5-star. That's fair. My first 5-star. My first. Is it his dad?
If the client's that important, then this must be a very crucial, very pressing commission, right?
It's his dad, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would
But yeah, my first 5-star was Jean, who has basically only left my party very, very recently. Like, Jean was my go-to healer since she was my first 5-star. But she has now been replaced with Farina. But yeah, my absolute favorite character is and will always be Zhongli. He is just amazing in every way. I like his character, I like his design, and oh my god, gameplay-wise, he is amazing. Basically invincible. But yeah, amazing dude. Which is why he is the only... Well, not counting the main character, but he's like... He is the dad, absolutely. The thing is, I went so hard on pulling him, only to, like, I saved up all my Primo gems just for Zhongli for so long until I finally got him to C6. And man, having C6 Zhongli feels nice. Because that also means I can now pull other characters again. That's fine by me.
Alright, don't work too hard now, Longzhou. We'll set off then.
Part 3. Aw, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Obsessed with him, that's fair. I mean, it is fair. He is just that amazing. I mean, I even have one of my emotes inspired by the legendary Zhong Dong. I couldn't resist.
You're a bit quiet today,
Also, it's nice how they teleported us right back over here.
Tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Appreciate the teleport, especially because it's right next to a teleport point I haven't unlocked yet. In fact, wait! I have never gone to this village yet! That teleport was very kind of them. I'll take the freebie. But yeah, Farina, despite the fact that she can easily drain your HP, she's also a very, very decent healer. Like, not the best healer, obviously. Have to admit that Jean had the benefit of, I press Q once, everyone in my team has full HP. That is now a thing that I no longer have. But still, my team is much more powerful now, thanks to Farina.
Dad?
Oh, so you're Gaming's father. It's nice to meet you. Just
We've heard a bit
leave this
about
delivery
you.
To him. Trust Paimon, he's got this in the bag. Gaming is super good at what he does. Everyone at the Secure Transport Agency says as much. Even the Ministry of Civil Affairs has nothing but good things to say about him.
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself at least.
Yeah, he sure has.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
Oh boy. Kokomi and my team, they both heal. Should replace Kokomi with Gaming. Fair, fair. Gotta use those new characters. Personally, from the little bit of gameplay I had, experience with Gaming so far, I'm not super impressed yet. But I can see how he could be a very fun character.
Then. Let's go.
Like, I don't see how I could replace anyone in my current team at this point. It's just too perfect. I have Zhongli to give me basically invincibility, then Fischl and Furina set up basically turrets passively, and then Qiqi can just blast everyone away like it's nobody's business. Especially like combined with if you combine Qiqi's already nice AoE attacks with you know, the overloaded reaction thanks to Fischl. It's very good at dealing with like big clusters of enemies.
We've been walking for so long. Is anyone tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
I'm fine.
Gaming, don't you usually
Oh, that looks pretty. Big damage and strategy. Fair, fair.
so we can cheer 'em?
I also mainly use this team because I like the characters, but it also works well in terms of gameplay for me.
But the winter melon
Like,
cake he gave us last
I already told you how much of a Zhongli simp I am.
tried it before, Mr. X?
And I do like Chuny characters, okay?
Paimon.
I am a big fan of Chunies, which naturally includes Fischl and Furina in a way also, kind of. Not as much as Fischl, but she definitely goes into that direction quite a bit. As for Qiqi, I don't know, she just seemed fun. I like the idea of just blowing everything up that I come across.
This place looks nice and open. Why don't you all rest here for a second?
We all? What about you? Chuny?
What about you? You're not going to join us?
It's spelled with a U, not
I'm
O.
not tired.
It's
I'll keep watch.
Chuny as in Chunibyo.
Oh, but
Classic, like,
let him
character stereotype in anime. Shows up sometimes.
okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the
Like,
flavor
you have your classic stereotypes like a tsundere or a yandere, but you also have your stereotypes like a chunibyo. Think of characters like Megumin from Konosuba. Or, yeah, characters like that, essentially. Or, obviously, Fischl here in Genshin Impact. It is, those typical, like, the darkness in my right eye. The energy coursing through my wicked arm. Those kinds of characters. I think they're fun. I like them.
Halt! Who goes there?
It appears that one's movements were overly conspicuous.
Yeah, especially if you walk around with
Enough of
masks
your
like
music.
that.
Focus. Focus on the matter at hand.
They are fun. We need them. We absolutely do.
Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
More characters like the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
Indeed. Bring them
Or as
forth
she
readily
pronounces
and
it,
without
Prinzessin der
protest.
Verurteilung. Verurteilung.
What do we do?
I mean, I could go along with
It
a fake
seems as if these two
pronunciation
are
of
acting
it,
on
or I could go for the actual
It won't be
pronunciation of the
difficult to
phrase she
subdue them.
uses.
We might have something else waiting in store for Dad. The best way to keep him safe is
I hate that.
leave this to me. I'll handle them.
They're no threat.
Take my dad and the goods away from here.
No, they're not a threat.
No,
Calm
Papa.
down.
It's too dangerous.
This is what I do.
So it hurts a little.
Thorny
Same.
foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target soft
Ah,
and
fellow
clothed in
Germans
disposition.
here. Yes, this is
Don't think I'm gonna let you
the
off so
German
easily.
chat now. This is where the
Away.
German stuff
Let us
happens.
away.
Coming!
And there they go.
don't worry, he's a great treasure hoarders all by himself.
But coming...
Chat eingenommen.
If he had just
The entirety
stayed
of
by
chat
my
is now
side
German
and
property.
learned the family trade, he wouldn't have to put himself in such dangerous situations.
We just have to trust him. Let's go on ahead. We'd best get away from here, in case there are other bandits in the area waiting in ambush.
Hello.
All is going to plan.
Okay, we should be good to stop here.
Well now, who could this possibly be?
Good sir, please, listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
It's him. Also the ghost because Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Makes sense.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh.
Very convincing, Paimon.
Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat is bothering you, Paimon, perhaps some tea and rest are in order.
Nope, no need.
She is dying. Well, I guess it's time to eat that emergency food now, then. He must have figured it all out by now. Is he just playing dumb on purpose?
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millilith at once.
The guard that was escorting us is already on their trail.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, such matters are best left to those with the necessary expertise, wouldn't you agree?
I spinne. No worries about being late. Get your streak in here. 50!
Ordinary people like
that
us
is quite
got
the streak.
involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied in this beautiful area,
You arrived just in time for
why don't we
Zhongli.
find a quiet
We
place
just
to
ran
relax
into him.
while we wait for good news.
The best character in the game.
That would be lovely.
The character who far outclasses his boss. Like a brute. Yes, he was, because he's working for the funeral parlor after all.
So, Uncle Ip does have a reason to be worried.
In your dreams.
Gaming, the guard you mentioned, is his
Of
son.
course, he's always in my
Gaming.
dreams.
The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Usho dancer who has been performing around Liyue Harbor recently, is it not?
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the spirit of the Suani. Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have no doubt had to face many hurdles along the way. One's not so easily understood by spectators such as ourselves. If you ask
Well,
me,
Tord, haven't seen
what
you in a
truly deserves
while.
admiration
We were actually
is
talking about you
perseverance in the
recently.
face of adversity. That is a rare attribute.
I do hope
indeed.
you've been well.
I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition.
Yes,
Have a
let's talk him
child
up.
so
Let's go.
accomplished and
Talk him up
upright.
for his dad.
You must be a very proud parent indeed, Uncle Ip.
Uncle Yip. They know each
Seems like
other.
Zhongli has decided to skip the formalities.
Or that.
Well, he's a hard worker. Yes.
You should be sure to tell him you think that when he gets back.
We need to talk him up more. Let's go.
Your son is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you wish to convey, perhaps we could pass it along for you.
No. It wouldn't be right to ask that of you.
Oh, come on.
This thing between us has festered for many years now. In truth, there are some things that simply aren't easy for us to talk through. I've been in the tea business for most of my life, and I always hoped my child would do the same.
Now solo. We'll
Otherwise,
see for how
would he
long,
support
but
himself?
I see.
Over the past few
Well,
years,
I'm sure you can
I heard how well he was
continue
doing
with
for
your
himself
lore
as a
just as
guard.
well.
How his work was taking him to farther and farther off places. I also heard that he never gave up on wushou dancing. It made me happy. But I was also worried.
But at least
When
you're supporting
young,
him somewhat.
You can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. What young person isn't capable of making a living that way? My concern is what happens when you get old. Every time I get to thinking like that, I cannot help but be reinforced in the belief that I was right. That I was right not to give in.
No
I
crew,
often regret
just you.
introducing him to wushou
Just
dancing
Tord. Oh
as a
no, we're
kid.
having another Just Monica moment here.
If I had known how things would turn out, I would have never taken him to see those performances in the first place.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment, Uncle Ip. You need not worry.
You seem quite young, Mr. Jones.
If only you knew.
Speak with such wisdom.
Yes.
Perhaps I have missed
Very
your
young.
age.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my old friends has several grown daughters. Rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers to let them find their own way.
My exact reaction. He is so young, guys. Come on.
I fear I lack such an open mind.
Man, if only I
meant to
could.
say
If
earlier,
only I
there
could
is
go
no
back to
need to
being
be
as
so
young as
polite.
Zhongli,
Feel
right?
free to call
Don't we
me
all
by
wish
my
we could be
name,
that young?
Ip-duck.
Sure.
Huh.
So, do you also think I fret too much, Mr. Zhongli?
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their
Two
child.
gods.
But think of it this way.
Hmm.
Raising a child is not unlike flying
I
a
mean,
kite.
yeah, we have
Pull the
befriended
string
so
too
many
tight,
gods.
and it can no longer soar. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing down. You need to let out the line for a kite to soar.
Ah, we're bringing back that metaphor again, huh?
It seems I was
When I
too
RP?
stuck in my ways.
Not everyone, but
You
I know a
need not
lot of people
reproach your
dislike
heart
it.
for caring. You simply need to loosen your hold a little.
And again, as you know, it's not something I
Indeed, with such a
very
big
actively
heart,
ever engaged
Why
with.
not allocate the time you usually spend worrying about Gaming?
But it's
to
not
the
I
pursuit of other
particularly hated
things,
on you for it.
Like going for a stroll, drinking tea, or taking in the scenery. You never know what surprises could be in store. Things can change in the blink of an eye.
The blink of an eye, you say?
For him, it feels like the blink of an eye because he's that
Things
old.
change
I
so
mean, young.
quickly.
He's totally young.
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not? Day after day, year after year, sometimes in the blink of an eye, but always when you least expect it. As a father, I'm sure you know that best.
Yes, you can say that again. 1 second, Gaming was a kid. The next thing I knew,
Already
he was
finished
ready to
everything?
fly the nest.
Ah, I'm just getting started.
Li certainly has a way with words.
Of course he has a way with words. He's amazing.
Oh, Gaming is back.
Alright, let's have that father-son talk. Should we leave for that, or...?
We're over here.
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? You're here too?
A fated meeting indeed. We were just enjoying some pleasant conversation.
Anything up
Is
here
everything
related?
resolved?
Well,
Gaming got any controllers?
say
Yes.
that.
We do be gaming
that
today with gaming. I mean, gaming.
Traveler,
I mean,
Paimon,
gaming.
Come with me. I need to talk to you.
You know, you could totally have a YouTube channel. Gaming with gaming. The name just makes its own brand.
Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you?
So that's how we're starting off?
Can't look me in the eye, huh? I guess I'm right then.
Okay, but how did you know?
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, it was obvious that they possessed great skills. I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet somehow, I was never able to close that distance. People with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start, like sneaking up on us while we were distracted.
Yes.
Unless, of course, their real motive was to lure me away from the group all along.
Wow,
me not being
you're
here?
pretty quick on the uptake.
Not a lot of details
Just had a lot
there,
of
just
experience.
that
I've dealt with many a ruthless
we talked
bandit
about
in
how
my
you
time,
still,
but I've never seen ones like
how
that.
you
In the end,
kind
I
of
told them to
are
make
still
good
around,
guards,
but
if they ever
just
wanted to get back on the
rarely,
straight and
rarely
narrow,
swinging
and
by,
that they could
and
hang out with me in
how
Liyue Harbor
specifically
instead.
Ivanov started to really, really miss you. Like, he talked about, you know, finding other streamers that were more welcoming of RP, but, just not seeing you around as much anymore. We didn't talk too much about it, but, because it's rude to talk about people who aren't present, after all. But still. In a way, as much as you say that people hate you for the roleplay thing, it is true, a lot of people don't like it, but, you know, sometimes you're still missed a little bit.
You ever consider you might be a little too good at making friends?
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me?
Yeah, we are kind of trying to help here.
I appreciate it, I really do. But this conflict between us has been going on for a long time. Even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show him what I was capable of, it wouldn't change anything. You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really cares about you. You should see the way he talks about you when you're not around. Zhongli was talking things through with him, and he nearly agreed to let it go.
Nearly.
You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me. I'm certain of it.
I'll try to set up. Maybe I'll have to try to set it up. I don't know. By the way, one thing I remember, you said you set up everything like the game capture. Did you also set up a capture for stream chat, or will you not capture the stream chat? Because that is an option where you could go either way. Just curious. And will you talk to him?
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad. Why don't you tell him about all the hard work you've done these past few years?
Will that even do anything? I'm not sure talking is enough.
You won't know unless you try.
Capturing the stream chat, that should be like an option. Like if you set up like a new capture, it should... I think one of the options should just straight up say, capture chat.
You can make friends with anyone, so why not your dad?
I'm pretty sure. And you just have to set it up properly so it connects to your chat. Which it should. Automatically, I think. Isn't much to say. Isn't much to say you are divisive toward. There are people willing to help you. There, I translated for you. 3 announcements. Doing animation series. Nice. New design. Okay. Into more Genshin Impact and other things than just FNF and DDLC. Hey, it's nice to branch out. Definitely, definitely. Alright, good luck. We'll be rooting for you. Let's go, Gaming.
I'll do my best.
You are very knowledgeable, Mr. Zhongli.
Can't find a chat
I'm
capture?
impressed. Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades, it seems I still have much to learn about the art of tea tasting.
I'm gonna try something real quick. Okay. Add source. I just want to see where it is. Essential sources? No. General sources. Browser, display, text, slideshow, window, game, scene, audio, widgets. Follow donation tip. There it is. I found it. English so you can help easier. Now I don't know if you're using Streamlabs OBS or regular OBS, but I assume it's not that different. Anyway, if I go into add sources, there's essential sources, general sources, and then widgets. And in widgets, I see the chat box as an option. I assume it's probably structured similarly in both applications. But, yeah.
You flatter me. It was nothing but a few
I'd have to look into a little bit more of it, too. No, I'm not ending the stream, I just had to click out of the game for a second. Also, you're back, I see. How's it going? We are, in fact, still in the middle of the story. Months have been watching the stream. What's the command again? You mean since when you followed, or how much time you've been actively watching? Exclamation mark watch time is how much time you've been sitting in the streams, and exclamation mark follow age is how long ago you followed. Cook out with the family. Going good, going good. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Hope you're enjoying your time with the family. Yeah, two and a half years almost. That is quite a while. It's not like it was alcohol.
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest. Our
See,
friendship,
already
much like
past
a
that
cup of tea,
anniversary.
seems to grow stronger the longer it has to steep.
Well said, Mr. Zhongli. Gaming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from people like him when you're in the city.
Oh, of course.
Zhongli?
One day,
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished
I'll be at 2 years
funeral
one
parlor
day,
business to
but who
attend
knows when that'll be. In the distant future.
Oh, I hope
Don't worry, I don't plan on stopping streaming.
My apologies for taking
There
up
will
so much
I will
of your
still be
time,
going
Mr.
live in
Zhongli.
2 years in
No
2
need
years
to
time
stay
unless
on
something
my account.
unexpected happens.
When you're less busy, let's find the time to meet. I'll treat you to dim sum.
It would be an honor.
Ah.
We'll see you out, Zhongli.
Window capture. I'll have another look at that after the stream is over. I'll have another look after I'm done today. And then I can maybe help you out. Alright, let's leave and talk to Zhongli, who I am.
Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip. Good thing you were able to pick up on what we were putting down.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. You could say I have a certain level of expertise in that regard.
And I'm glad
As
you
for
do.
my role in the conversation, think nothing of it. I hardly did anything noteworthy.
You never change, do you? Why did you have us walk all this way? Paimon thought we just had to go far enough to be out of earshot.
A friend approaches.
Oh! Conqueror of Demons! Hello!
Been here the whole time?
Have you now? Always watching.
Could that elusive Director Who be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. Given her relationship with Rex, well, Zhongli, I might as well go pay my respects.
You thought it was just Hu Tao, but it was actually him, Zhongli.
It's you. I thought you were Director Who.
A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to try out this new gadget? The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study of this device.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the wind. It's a bit of a shame. In truth, I'm here because Director Who dispatched me to purchase some items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see.
How fortunate
like
she
she
did
does
that so I
every
could
year.
run into you.
Much like she'll do next year, I would imagine. Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy, what is it, sesame oil or something?
While we're on the
Okay.
subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite.
Because why not?
A recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps. What do you think, Xiao?
I've only met Director Hu.
You don't
a
need to
few
thank me
times.
for letting you watch
Hard
the
to
streams.
person to
Everyone's
ask.
welcome to watch.
Ah, and is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't hurt to grace the parlor with your presence now and again when you are otherwise unoccupied.
Again, thank you for
This one
watching,
here
like,
is a traditional
seriously.
kite, one without any
I do
equipped
appreciate
mechanical
it.
device. Director Hu tasked me with studying the differences between the two to determine
Like,
which
I
one
am-
is of greater merit.
Like, me
Many
making
hands
these
make
streams
light
is one
work.
thing,
Perhaps you could test
because
out the
anyone
other kite
could
for
do
me?
this. But the fact that
Alright.
people like you are actually coming by to watch, that's what makes this special. Also,
I have
Potato!
made my comparisons.
Hi!
If speed is what you're after, the
He got
mechanical
smacked.
kite is the better choice.
What? Who? There's no Venti around
I
here,
shall
it's
pass
just
that
Zhao and
information
Zhongli.
along to Director Hu. I'll leave these two kites with you. Perhaps you can
boys.
find a few friends with which to partake in the activity. You might find it to be an enjoyable use of your time.
Oh, wait. Who enjoys kite flying?
Well, I would imagine someone of your talent and wisdom is more than capable of finding out.
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you?
No
I didn't
Venti?
ask earlier because the
Not here, I mean I could play Venti. But Venti is a dude.
hardly say I
A
roped
very
Xiao
feminine
into
looking
anything.
dude.
I
With a
simply
female,
sought
with like
the
a
help of
voice
a friend.
actress instead of a voice
Besides,
actor.
we did the testing together.
You know, female VA, but male character. Smash what? Yes. Feminine look, female VA, character is male. I'll show Venti in my, because I have Venti, I can show you in a second. Competition is not the important thing right now.
Do you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor dislike it. Although, watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky
Start becoming
does
friends with
bring me a
Rob.
certain peace
Yeah,
of
all the
mind.
people here.
Perhaps they're a bit like shell lanterns in that way.
Kite flying is also a pleasant form of relaxation.
Have you ever thought about making a kite, Xiao? Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can teach you if you want.
We making more kites.
There's no need.
Aw.
Menogius was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
Sure.
It's getting late. I should go inform Director Hu of our findings.
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi to her for us.
I wonder if we'll see her too,
The
for
last
Spinner's
time I
sake.
spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip. If you happen to run into her, you can pass along your regards in person.
We'll keep that in mind.
Ow.
Take care, Xiangli. See you later.
See you next time.
Pain. Never done that in years. Ah. Is it fun at least? Ow. Now the question, will they talk it out? Oh.
You can go first.
I don't have anything to say.
Damn.
Then I'll go.
Then I'll go.
Liyue Harbor.
Oh. I can't say I support that decision, but...
Listen to him.
Hey, let me finish before you get all worked up.
Sit
Shenhe,
Father B,
sit.
son C,
You
both.
must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea, or would you prefer something else to drink?
Alright,
need,
what are
I'm
they
not
doing
tired.
now? How are they mixing this up? How are they forcing them to talk?
They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make an appearance. Do you remember the plan when recounted to you?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familial love.
Oh boy, how will they demonstrate familial love now?
So I'll have whatever you are having.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people are involved in this scheme? I suppose all I can do is just take a seat and see what happens.
Danganronpa?
Perfect.
The
I
good
just
stuff,
so
yes.
happened to have bought some Sunglow tea recently. It's quite the delectable variety. Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down one's considerable stash. One has more than had one's fill already.
Ah.
Forget it. Such thoughts detract from the present need to keep up the conversation. Has work been busy during the holiday season? Do you need my help with anything?
Just ignoring that.
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you
I
taught
see.
me, by pinning their heads against the table.
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe
See, Venti's a girl myself. I'll leave? What do you mean you leave? I could show you Venti once I get the chance to show off my characters. But I mean, it's not like I could show you Venti's gender like that. But sure.
About Shenhe's various eccentricities.
So involved today? Ah.
What,
Well, I'll see you
what I
around though
meant
if you're
to
leaving.
ask was,
Potato. See you around.
Have you made any new friends? We live so far from each other. It would be a great comfort to me to know you were surrounded by good companions.
Oh boy.
You already know of my past circumstances.
They're not doing a good
Recently,
job
I've been
showcasing
conversing with
familial love
Guoba in the
here.
kitchen at night. Guoba can't talk, but his companionship is a comfort.
The poor child. Her one friend can't even talk.
Oh no. Oh, now we're starting to feel really bad, huh?
Gaming is not doing so bad after all. Perhaps I've been too hard on him.
Let's move on, shall we? Do you have any plans for today, Shenhe? How about we do something fun?
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up a bit.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk, picking herbs to eat for dinner along the way. If that is what you ask of me, then that is what I
Oh
shall
god,
do.
the expression changed too.
Dad, here.
Oh,
have
no.
Some tea. Or no, wait. Let's not have any just yet.
Yeah. I simply can't listen to that any longer. Coming. I'd like to finish what I was trying to say before.
So we can get out of
I
here.
don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor, because living there is too hard on you.
Aya?
If you come
What do you mean,
home,
Aya?
there
Aya,
will be
yeah?
people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live under the same roof. I know our personalities are too similar to avoid butting heads. But you'll have your entire family around you. Your aunts, uncles, they'll all do whatever they can to help. You could get a less taxing job, and we could grab dim sum together from time to time.
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important affair, Master.
Shh.
Shut it.
Just think about it. Okay?
Did an Anya.
You don't have to
Anya's
decide
not the
now.
only one who likes the waku waku.
Really has changed a lot.
Waku waku. Not the only
Never
character,
said
but
these
the
things
most
to me
popular one
before.
recently, I guess.
But thank you, Dad.
Doki
been
doki
long
to
enough,
waku
don't you
waku.
Oh, I'm unsure hopes they've made up by now.
Ah. When I hear that, I just think of Little Witch Academia.
Drinking tea in silence. That's not a good sign. Did Xianyun's plan not work after all?
Ah, they're doing fine. They're
you?
doing well enough.
I'm sorry we were gone for so long. We got to chatting with some friends and didn't realize how much time had passed.
What I mean is different.
Perfect timing,
Well, maybe what
actually.
you mean is
We
different.
seem to be just about done here.
But
Yep,
I like Little
let's
Witch
go.
Academia, so of course I'll think
get the
about that
bags.
a lot too. Toho music video?
Gaming has grown a lot taller, hasn't he?
I mean, I would assume that that stuff is also heart-pounding and exciting. Her reality together. God, the karaoke night! Vietnam flashbacks! My cringy ass really went along with the idea of doing a karaoke night. Ah. Yes, I do remember. I do. That was a time. That was definitely a thing that happened, huh? Zombie pirate. That is interesting,
You must
Spinner.
be Mr. Ip.
Interesting.
Thank you for coming
Oh,
all
Charlotte
this
is
way.
here. There. I don't know why you did.
And I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can
But
find me
let's
writing
face
for
it,
Steambird. I invited you
the
here not just to
karaoke
purchase your fine
stream
tea,
will
but also with the hope that you
be
might
a
willing
very
to sit down
dark
for a
thing that
short
people will
interview.
not remember.
What do you
Unless that is a link to... What is
An
that link
interview?
to? To the thing that
To
you were
advertise
talking
my
about, Spinner?
teas?
I suppose you could think of it that way. We Fontainians are big tea drinkers too.
The Fontaine Market. Then I'll need some time to adequately prepare.
Tapping
Perhaps
into a
we
new
could sit
market,
down
I
and
see, I
discuss
see.
the questions you intend to ask in advance.
Of course, of course. Please follow me.
Is this person also involved in your plan?
What do you think?
And here I thought I had lots of connections. I suppose I've been humbled.
I mean,
I'm
I've
sure you know all
traveled the
kinds of cool and
world.
important people.
I have connections with multiple gods.
Over here!
Huh? What? Auntie Shenyun?
She probably wants to
Doki
talk about the
forever.
next phase of the plan.
I mean, you
Let's go
could,
while your dad is still
if you
distracted.
feel up to it. If you feel like you want to give it a try. Alright, what's up? What are we talking about now?
I take it that all is going well?
Very well, yes.
Don't worry, Shenyun. Everything is going according to plan.
All according to Keikaku.
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. Auntie Shenyun is really something. She was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about making herself and Shanha appear foolish in front of my family. She truly knows how to look out for others.
Well, it didn't go quite how she planned there, but
As
sure.
for the next step,
Oh no!
What's wrong, Gaming?
Are we no longer
Don't tell
gaming?
me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't let you do that.
fret not. Reimbursements will be made.
Exactly. Think of it more as an investment, as Ningguang would say. We pooled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order. She's gonna bring it back to the Steambird as a gift, as well as a sample of the regional specialty.
I mean, that again is your
will
decision.
probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their eyes on Charlotte's article. And once all the money from the new orders begin to roll in, getting our Mora back will be a piece of cake.
Oh.
You listen
okay.
to not only Spinner. Not
Business-related
only did I
matters
listen
always
to
seem go
that,
over my head, but
I saw
refuse
Neon
to let
play
you all
it.
lose more on my behalf. I'll pay you back right now.
We can talk about such matters at a later date. There are more important matters for you to consider at the moment, are there not?
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole way here. I have an idea, but I'd hate to cause even more trouble for all of you.
Have his cameo on the moth back. I never
That's
forgot.
for us to decide.
Well, friends here. Plus, we wouldn't be here if we didn't want to help, right? Just tell us about this idea of yours.
What cameo specifically do you mean right now?
Okay. So, it's like this.
Anyway. Gaming.
Got it. Just leave it to us.
It's like this. Okay, I got it. Understood it perfectly. Not like the camera panned out and I never saw it.
we talked about, but we also still have the kite flying competition. Since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go buy one of those mechanical thingamabobs or whatever they're called? We can attach it to our kite.
I guess we'll do that then. To the kite stall.
I've got a bunch of interesting gadgets, all from my time with the Crux.
IPGS's background. Alright. That. The erasure.
Hello again.
Welcome
That
back.
says Tord
I
was
see you've
erased
returned
as a
from your
plush from
trip.
IPGS's
I really
background.
do have to thank you for all your help from before. Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day.
Aw.
She even wrote a long letter telling me how much she loved it.
Oh, you should really be thanking Gaming, not us.
Oh no, you should be thanking us too.
I'll be sure to. And are you here to buy a kite? Please, take your pick.
Oh, we already have
I'll take the
a kite.
lot.
We wanted to buy one of those,
I have the money for all your kites.
Fontaine. Do you sell them separately?
I know. The Toho franchise
yes.
is very
Here you go.
interesting.
Please, take it.
It's
free of
interested me
charge.
for
The
a
directions are in
while
the
now
box.
too.
It's not hard to install at
I
all.
know I need to be fully dragged into it at some
Feel right
point.
for us to just take it.
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck in the kite flying competition. I'll be rooting for you.
All right then, thank you.
Alright, let's go.
Phew, it's done. Let's get down to business.
Almost everything made by the community. Damn. Oh, time skip automatically for us, so we don't need to do it. How kind of them.
Looks like we finished everything we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky.
Again, your ideas, your concepts. I can't really give you much input
Osmanthus
there.
wine tastes the same as I remember.
Such a time. Me managing on Angel Hair Mod and Tord coming back. Damn. Also Angel Hair Mod? Did you talk about that before and I just completely forgot because that was at the point where I haven't watched it yet? Very cool if you stream it. We'll see, we'll see. Right, I'll translate again fully. Such a time. Me managing an Angel Hair Mod and Tord coming back. There. Man, I really am just the translator at this point, hey? Cutscene time! Let's go! We're getting the good shit.
Qiqi, we're almost there.
We got Qiqi! The zombie is here! Qiqi Bean. Again, this looks so amazing.
The Lantern Rite is as festive as ever.
It sure is.
Huh? Oh, what's going on?
Did something happen?
What should we do?
Oh?
Should we get the Millilith?
Oh? Garmin gets his show? Alright, let's go. Yes! Also standing on water? Damn. Greater than the Hu Tao rap, of course. Can't surpass that in your mind. Okay, then. Big show. And even the dad is watching. Kicking all those lanterns. What did they ever do to you? But damn! What a show. Ah, that nod of acknowledgement. And the lanterns went flying, yep.
Have I taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
And there go the kites! Which came up just now, okay, I see. Well, I'm wishing the best of luck in managing that mod. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Oh.
Wait, the wind.
Well, good thing we have an Adeptus here. Well, there's Hu Tao. Be happy now. And yeah, we did also have Qiqi. There she is. And she has a voice line. She does have a voice line. Aww. Aww. Yeah, no, I get it, Cyan. This is adorable. And yeah.
Gaming's performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in. You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's go find him. Oh, he's over there, talking to his dad.
Should we really interrupt? This is gonna be a touching reunion and we're just gonna be in the way. We're probably just gonna be in the way, but no choice but to check it out. Am I crying? You crying? Who's crying? Okay, we're interrupting now. Literally, Farina? Yes.
I think I'll head off now, if that's okay.
Thank you, little girl. Do you want us to walk you back?
No need, no need. Master is waiting for me right over there.
Spinning in my head? Is that because you... Spinning in your head because tired or because of excitement from all the stuff? She is pretty adorable.
I'll go first this time.
She lost her parents and recently lost her granny, which was her only remaining family member.
I've seen many
But yeah,
wuxia dances in my time.
Both is good.
I've gotta admit, what you pulled off there was breathtaking.
Ah, Bones, how's it going? Are you finished with your stream?
I'd love to hear you say that.
You're serious about doing this professionally?
Did you pal that world?
Absolutely. I know it'll be difficult, but
I hope you had fun with the rest of your stream in that case.
What I mean to say is, of course.
Oh, you made good progress.
But if that's your decision, if that's your dream, then it doesn't matter how difficult it is. As long as you put in the work, then any obstacle can be overcome.
Look at him actually being supportive now.
Really, when I was young, I also... Actually, how about we save that story of my past for another time? What I really want to say is, I've changed my mind.
And to think this all started with them
Much like
hating
this
each
guy,
other.
You also deserve to soar to new heights.
Dad.
Son.
Son? Have haven't heard that in a while.
I bet you're wondering what's gotten into me saying all this.
Well, a little
The truth
bit,
is, he is
yeah.
possessed.
Anyway,
The one
I
talking
know
to
I've
you is
never
not your dad,
found
but
the
a
chance
random
to say this
ghost
before, but
conjured up by Hu Tao.
to me, Gaming, you've always been a great kid.
Ah.
All right, that's everything I've got.
Because daddy issues.
have something you
It
wanted
has
to
to be
say, or-
supernatural. There's no way. There's no way people can actually reconnect like this. There's no way people can reconnect like this. Daddy issues will forever remain daddy issues.
Really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Give yourself a pat on the back, Paimon.
Now go. Over there. Your friends are still waiting for you.
Huh? But you came all this way.
That's how they
I'll
know
be
he was
staying in
possessed.
Liyue Harbor
Damn.
for a bit longer. When you have time, we can grab dim sum together. Your treat, right?
Dim sum. Oh,
Dad, honestly.
Ah, and you hit the streak. Nice.
Go.
Alright, come on, Garmin, get over here.
Okay, then I'm off.
It's time for us to do some gaming with Garmin. And thank you for the hydrate bones. I appreciate that. Hydrate or dihydrate? I would rather hydrate today. Dihydrate maybe another time.
That's quite the smile you've got there, Gaming.
Really?
Then I assume the final act, because I was told there's 4. Then I'm assuming the final act is just gonna be like a bit of an epilogue. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'd like to find and thank Auntie Xinyun, as well as everyone else who's helped me out. If everyone has time, maybe we could all get together and go fly a kite.
Ah. Part 3 complete. Wait until 2 days later. Yet again, another waiting quest. You gotta love waiting quests. 1, 2. Alright, let's wait. And then we'll finish this Lantern Rite. Once and for all. Gotta take a moment here and watch this amazing time lapse. There we go.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Didn't Zhongli say Hu Tao was also planning on spending some time in Xiaoying Village? We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run into her.
Alright. I'm head off, haven't played that part yet. Oh, alright. By all means, go, go. Don't let yourself be spoiled. Don't just let yourself be spoiled. But again, thank you so much for the raid and everything. Really do appreciate that. Really, really do. Might have to see if I can catch one of your streams at some point. See what you're up to in Genshin. Glad to still have... Hey. There's no need to say that like it wasn't obvious. And who knows, maybe with you turning over a new leaf, maybe Gabe's opinions of you will also change, no problem. Again, no, I really do appreciate it. Till we meet again. Cyan, until we meet again. Man, this game looks nice. Every single time I play it, I have to say it.
The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired. Cream! Gummies! Fuel fruit!
Okay. Screaming!
Did you hear that?
Something about bullfruit and good vibes.
So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice sounds really familiar. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
Okay, let's go see what's up. You and Paimon make your way up the mountain in search of the source of the shouting. As far as you can make out, it's almonds this and cocoa paste that. Sounds delicious, that's for sure. The lively voice invigorates your steps and you ascend the mountain in no time. Ha! Well, look who it is. Look who traveled across the border over to Liyue.
It isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me.
Hello,
Happy
Blue
Lantern
Duo.
Rite.
Happy
Happy
Lantern
Lantern
Rite
Rite.
indeed. And to you too.
Happy Lantern Rite to you too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
She just... Yeah, true, why were you
Oh,
yelling there?
impressive. You could tell it was me from that far away. You've got good ears.
That or your voice is just really loud.
It was really loud.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Yeah, she do be a girl boss, am I right?
I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait, that wasn't even Paimon's point. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe? And buell fruit? Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
Damn.
Perhaps, but the act of shouting was very meaningful indeed. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After
A
all
secret
the hard work
code?
it takes to
No.
make it to the top,
Nothing
as you stand
secret
on
here.
the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge to release those emotions.
I see. So it's not what you were shouting that matters, but the act of shouting itself.
Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently, most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now.
Damn.
So,
Must be
you
annoying,
see,
though.
It's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
Speak for yourself.
Haven't done that
When
yet.
you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no reason?
Not really. If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
Shouting. I mean, yes, that is the point of shouting.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Do you hunt
Anyway,
humans, perhaps?
Why don't you two give it a try? Shout anything you want. It's a real stress reliever.
And your throat is screwed. That is true. That happens when you do it too much.
And food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
And I prefer to keep things bottled up. Exactly. I'm the silent protagonist. I only speak on very, very rare occasions.
Oh, I bet you guys are just too embarrassed to let loose. No need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from the top of this mountain earlier.
Who? Who is Farina? Not like she's in my party or anything.
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's also here? In Qiqi village?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard.
Huh.
Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" So we hurried up here to check it out. And what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain the minute she saw us.
Damn, gotta get out of here.
That reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script.
Blue, because we need the advice.
So, you could
Farina,
actually hear
who?
what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier? I thought someone was really in trouble.
You did
I
rhyme.
figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress relief as well. She probably would have never thought. No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
Was she alone?
I think so. We ran into Nervalette on the way here.
He's also here!
He was already on his way back, so
Is
they probably
everyone
weren't
here?
together.
Wait. Nouvelette is in Liyue.
Nervalette
Nouvelette is in Liyue. I know it's probably not gonna happen. But if we were to get the Nouvelette Zhongli banter, I would be so here for it. The two best husbandos. Like the ultimate husbando that is Zhongli, and the absolute legend that is Nouvelette also. So many people from Fontaine.
What was he doing here? It couldn't have been for vacation.
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading out.
He's already gone.
He's a very
Sad.
busy man.
Neuvillette is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired to come buy some tea after reading that article.
Everyone is here smash
You know,
meme.
just like you were.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus of this location.
You Fontanians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and now I have to buy him something.
Hu Tao Trial and Paimon completely confused. Yes. Alright. You made a bet?
It was just a spur-of-the-moment sort of bet. Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing, but he couldn't care less about what he wins in the end. You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking business. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Nervalette even mentioned it earlier.
Sunglow tea?
Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
Well, apparently even a certain
reminds me.
illuminated bird falls for
You
it.
said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Oh, that's right. Who tell?
The one Spinne likes so
A few
much.
days ago,
Which
we heard that
which
a
is why
friend
this is
was
probably
going
the
to be
best act in
Qiqi
your
village,
mind, huh?
So we decided to come and see if we could run into her.
Oh dear. We've been chatting for quite some time. I'm sorry for keeping you.
No harm done, partner.
That's good.
We should probably head out and look for Hu Tao.
Yes, indeed.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're gonna stay around for a little longer.
Go and meet your friend. We can meet up in Chaoying Village later.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Sounds good. We're gonna head down the mountain then. See you later.
Alright, Hu Tao, where are you hiding? You cannot escape from me. For the sake of Spinne, I must find you. Aha! And Zhongli's there too, and Farina. The squad, let's go!
Chaoying Village is known for its tea. But you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum! Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, Paimon wonders if we can still get some at this time of
Afternoon
day.
tea might be more appropriate at this point.
Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as it comes with some tasty snacks.
Of course, of course.
Now, let's see what kind of yummy things we can find around here.
Wouldn't you rather talk to those people over there?
Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli and Hu Tao?
Judging based on the hat, I'd say so.
Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about Chaoying Village. Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina into being one of her clients.
Wanna make a bet?
Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide. But Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Let's say loser buys the winner 3 huge bowls.
Paimon, could you even afford that? Do you have any money? Am I not just your wallet?
Paimon bets things are pretty tame. It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli.
Then I vote for Hustler Hu Tao.
Alright, no time to waste. Let's go see.
It's gonna be both. It's gonna end up being both. I see that chest. Well, that's one way to make yourself known, Paimon.
Now Paimon's shouting too.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck just keeps on growing.
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement must mean that this is quite the serendipitous meeting indeed.
Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed.
Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the Traveler and Paimon then?
I have keenly felt the passage of time since our last meeting.
Looks like someone's learned a thing or two from Zhongli.
I must admit, I am a bit surprised to see you here, Traveler.
Why is that? I'm a traveler.
But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected.
Of course I would be well-traveled. You just addressed me as traveler.
In each other's company within this fertile land, allow me to take this opportunity to wish you a happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
It appears you have been to Fontaine then.
Yes, indeed.
Given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go, it's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Farina.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite high praise. What I mean to say is, you flatter me, Mr. Zhongli.
Two of my party members
Although
interacting
I've
with
built
each
up
other
a
like
certain
this.
following
Fun.
within Fontaine, it is no reflection of strength or wisdom. I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler.
Hey,
in
I'm the
search of
traveler.
Beautiful scenery and creative inspiration.
Farina, I am the traveler.
There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I could tell as much from our conversation earlier. Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters, there's no way he hasn't heard about what happened in Fontaine. Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit?
Farina knows there's more to Zhongli, which is fair because she's also lived for a very long time.
I simply won't have you talk about
Even if she
yourself
wasn't a
that way.
true Archon.
Does that mean Hu Tao also knows?
You may not have heard, friends, but...
Miss Hu Tao.
Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients.
So it was Hustler Hu Tao.
Yep.
Did you hear that, Paimon? It could still be both, though. It could still be both. Hu Tao's esteemed client has befriended 3 gods. Dear God. Well, again, Farina isn't a true god. We said that much.
Okay, you win.
So, Paimon, do you have any money?
Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
Oh, you do have money.
What's this about winning something?
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us.
What, you mean the other, like... You mean Focalor? Because Farina was acting for 500 years as a god. But technically she is a separate identity from Focalor. That was Paimon's idea. Yes, it was.
We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road and couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Farina.
Well, you know me.
That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
Well, is it both?
By newbie, you mean me, right?
If that's the case, then Paimon's
Yeah, I guess
guess
they were
was
the
also
same at
correct.
some point.
Oh, that's
So
right.
it is both.
Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great sightseeing spots in the area.
If you want to see Liyue's tourist spots. Yes, I know, it's his idle line as well. Only makes sense. Fine, keep your secret stash then, but I now know where it is.
Hey, don't be upset, traveler. How about this? You buy Paimonable and Paimon will also buy youable.
In that case, we could just pay for our own food.
As for the third bowl...
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I just struck.
I'll buy you a bowl anytime you want. Oh, Spinne, this is a line that I'm sure you definitely would have liked to say. And also, I like to say it too, because I have more than enough Mora. I can afford tens of thousands of bowls for you.
I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in quite the sum after all.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the most important question.
Which is?
Did something happen recently, Farina?
You mean the mountain
What do you mean?
screaming thing?
Well, you know, with you enlisting the services of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and all.
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Oh no. Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known the person, please accept Paimon's deepest...
No, not that, right?
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
It's for herself, because she's no longer cursed to be immortal, I assume, right?
You hired the services of a
Didn't they say that her curse is now kind of over, so she's living as a normal person now, which means she would also eventually die?
Not like you don't know me. Do I look like I know anyone who would ask me to coordinate their funeral?
If I remember correctly, right? So she definitely is the client herself.
Simply helping prepare some props for my film.
Or that, okay.
Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was spectacular. In fact, I still feel the need to sleep with the light on even now.
Damn.
Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of fresh air.
You might even call it a breath of fresh air, or... What? A terror. Oh my god, that took me... Why did it take me like a solid second to figure out the stupid pun? Terror. Ha.
Hey, that's pretty good. I'll have to remember that for my ad posters.
Oh, Paimon sees. That makes a lot of sense. So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the services of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Well, not exactly. My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli, and well, you know the rest. I suppose it was meant to be.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me,
And I
it's
sure
all
love
thanks to that
Zhongli.
man who stopped to ask for directions.
Oh? Who was it?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess?
I mean, it was Nouvelette, wasn't it?
What? How did you guess that on your first try?
Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is spot on today.
I am just that good. Tell everyone about your encounter with Navia and Clorand at the top of the mountain. One look at the pitiful expression on Farina's face is enough to convince you to leave out the part about the shouting.
Huh. Paimon never thought Nouvelette would be the type to get lost.
I mean, he's probably not used to traveling outside
Sure,
of
he didn't
Fontaine.
get lost.
Even I was able to find my way to this place without any trouble. He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine.
Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
For him, though, swimming would probably be the fastest route of them all.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction, Hu Tao?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know?
Yeah,
So
I
naturally,
know.
I also have a great sense of direction. But, speaking of your friend...
What about him?
He doesn't get out much, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
Indeed.
I'm sure he does.
It is as
He
you
was
have
dressed
guessed.
like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
That is disappointing. Again, I would
Unfortunately,
I would love for those two to
At the
interact.
time, it appeared as if Director
At the same
Hu and
time, I
Miss
would have to
Farina
be
were
there
having
for
quite
it, so
a
it's probably
productive
best that they didn't
conversation.
meet yet.
I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy. I actually think you two would have hit it off.
I agree. We were robbed.
Is that so?
Judging by how Zhongli is acting and taking into consideration Nuvalet's true identity, could Zhongli have been avoiding him on purpose? I still need them to interact. Oh, I see. No, there is no avoiding it. It is what it is. It's truly a pity. No, I don't care. Get those two to interact right this instant. It's truly a pity.
To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, with the Traveler around, I'm sure you'll have
Well,
a
if
chance to
Zhongli
get
likes
to know
him,
each other at
he
some
will like him whether he wants to or not.
Friends that he knows what to do with.
They are two of the best characters in the game. They have to like each other. Whether they want to or not, it must happen. Anyway, I have a certain charm about me.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Nervalet into loosening up a bit. Just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He shouldn't keep himself cooped up all the time.
Indeed.
Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
That does make sense.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important.
He is the fair and impartial Eudex of Fontaine, head of the highest court in the land.
Hey, sounds like a pretty uptight sort of guy, all right. In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old.
Still a lot of growing to do.
Miss Hu Tao.
Oh, look who's suddenly here. They weren't here earlier.
Traveler, Miss Farina, those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Clarand.
Well then. Mind joining in on our discussion? Get on over here. Come on, let's chat it up.
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please, excuse the interruption.
Oh, so polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend of the traveler and Miss Farina is a friend of mine.
Oh, if any friend of mine is a friend of yours, then boy, you sure have many friends, Hu Tao. Everyone circles around you and begins to introduce themselves. Hu Tao's eyes light up when she hears about Cloran's profession. But a quick explanation from Farina and Navia seems to dispel some of her more misguided ideas. Oh boy. So you kill people for a living? Wanna have a connection to the funeral parlor?
If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina.
Oh, yes?
When are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary. I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore. You don't need to look after me.
Plus, Farina has a vision now, so she can handle herself.
It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark.
Exactly. Just like in those ghost stories.
Oh, okay. Now she needs someone to help.
Converge in a wood. Beside them an old house is stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet you.
Alright, I think Farina will not be able to go home alone now.
If you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there is no wind to make it so. What is its secret?
Also the fact that she's speaking without moving her lips.
In this
Very
wood,
spooky.
where mystery screams. Ooh.
Even the ooh at the end.
My dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends, please take me with you.
And there we go.
Of course.
Farina?
Gotta say, Farina, you are really quite the character.
She sure is.
By the way, did I hear you mention that Cloran used to work under you? Then you must have also been a leader at some point.
Oh, she sure was.
Well, that's, all in the past.
Fake god.
Besides, being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me. I prefer
Wasn't the right job, yet you still did it for 500
Go
years.
as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Qiaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Well, have you all had a good time?
Only the best. And I've learned a lot, too. Thank you so much, Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli.
Feels like we're wrapping it up now. I feel like this event has reached its
More than
end.
enough already. The next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll treat you to some dim sum in the city.
Dim sum. Is that some kind of Liyue term for snacks or desserts?
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you can manage.
Oh, so it's basically a tea party. Sounds great.
Make sure to order
Sure
the
does
winter
sound
melon
great.
cake and the lotus flower crisp. They're so sweet and delicious. Paimon knows you'll love them.
Ooh, okay. I'll be looking forward to it then.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
You're not bringing home any souvenirs?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast. Clorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
So all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sijuin.
Okay.
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
What about you, Farina?
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of
They should all be
everything.
things I can use, I think.
So you fell for a few marketing traps then.
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's magic packets?
Oh, actually...
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh.
Oh, so that's what happened. Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
Oh, that dragon is hoarding all the treasure.
That's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us.
How very
I felt
kind.
a bit bad at first, but, I really did have a lot of stuff.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the Fortress of Meripede for me once he's done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Clorand was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman.
He sure is. He sure is.
If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive, and responsible as him.
Okay. Oh boy.
Indeed.
Oh boy. Well, what are you implying there?
Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Meripede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
Those were some fighting words there, weren't they? Alright. Who would have thought that we'd actually be going back to Fontaine for the Lantern Rite quests? I thought for sure the Lantern Rite quests would, you know, limit themselves to, you know, Liyue, where the Lantern Rite takes place. Did really not expect us to go back to Fontaine. But I'm not complaining. Because I am definitely going to be happy to see Neuvillette again as well. In a way, he is almost like a second Zhongli. Not quite as amazing, but still pretty amazing. Very deserving of being a true husbando. Ow. Hi Dev, how's it going? How are you? Are you well after your Doki Doki stream? I hope so, even though it did kind of crash on you. What was it again? Your power went out or something? Anyway, I'm very sorry that that happened. Sometimes shit just happens.
Look, it's Neuvillette. We lucked out.
Hello, my second favorite husbando in the game.
It has been some time since our last meeting. Few people frequent this location.
Hi, a poem too.
Since
Very
I was able
sad.
to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace and quiet.
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Neuvillette?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying Village for half a day?
Yes, we
First,
know
I
you
should
went.
clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying Village.
Oh, we were just there. You give Neuvillette a quick summary of everything that happened today.
I see. Thank you for informing me.
So, did you deliver the gifts?
Yes, they have been safely delivered.
I have to hand it to Clorant. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
Damn.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
Also, zombie, what's up?
Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods.
But writer's
on
block,
behalf of the
that's
staff
fair.
of the Fortress of Meropide.
Take that hiatus until you get
A
some more
verbal
inspiration
receipt
again.
of confirmation? Is
It
such a
happens.
formality
I know
really
it just
necessary
happens
for a
sometimes,
small
and there's
matter
nothing you
such
can
as
do.
this?
But I am sorry to hear
Yes,
that it
no.
happened.
This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Oh? Why? What happened?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Ah, that explains it then.
Yeah. So everyone's
Go ahead
falling
and
for
leave
those
them to
marketing
me.
schemes.
I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to you.
Welcome back, Rob.
This is a stone slate, engraved with a symbolic design.
While that is an apt description, it is in actuality a legal codex.
A legal codex, huh?
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs such as this. The law was no different.
Okay.
Hey, I see an annoying
Since
girl
ancient
running toward
times,
me
the
from the
scales of
distance,
justice have
waving her
symbolized
arms
the
in the air
fairness
like
and
she's totally
impartiality
oblivious
of
to any attention
judiciousness.
she might draw to herself. That girl is Sori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children.
At least once,
you
huh?
know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for
I
so
get it.
long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but Star.
I mean, Dev just encountered this line again today, right? On the Plus stream.
As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of text. During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts. So I decided to have a go. We joked with Clorant some time ago about gifting you a legal codex. So, here you go.
Ah, so that's what this is about.
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reasonable attempt to join in on the banter.
Damn, okay.
It is a very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment. Well, a gift of this significance deserves to be
I
put
am
on
in fact
display,
still on,
and
yes.
I know just the place.
Although it seems like the
Front
story is
and
slowly
center
wrapping up.
in the fortress's showroom.
Surely there's no need for such a grand gesture.
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a showroom.
Then make
We do
one.
have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
That sounds good to me.
So that's what you were doing in Qiaoying Village.
On the next... don't worry about it. Nobody's forcing you to
Of course,
watch
while I
anything,
was
unless
there,
of course you
I
enjoy
also took the
watching, which...
opportunity to taste the local spring
I
water.
mean, I hope I
The
can make it
aftertaste is
somewhat
much
enjoyable.
purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a tendency to imbue the water with extraneous emotion. If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same elsewhere.
As they say in Liyue, a balance between work and play is sure to keep your troubles at bay.
Then we are of the same mind. It appears my desire is justified.
If you say so, but you know you don't have to justify a vacation potion, right? You can just take one. After all, you're hardly bereft of time. You can do whatever you want.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack of inspiration. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home.
Well,
Seeing
at least
as I
you
was
took a
free of
quick little
responsibilities for the
vacation.
morning, I decided to depart at once.
And how was it?
Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous decisions as well. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape. In the past,
Just
I never
gonna
thought
lurk?
about how
I guess I
quotidian
appreciate
vessels
the
were
lurk.
crafted. But now, I have participated in their very making. This is also something I made today.
Ooh. Well, that looks fancy. Oh wow, what a big ladle.
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
That was indeed one of my inspirations.
The color also really matches your style.
Really? You like it? To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome you deserve. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate that gifts should be in order. But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is.
Can I really keep this? You made it by hand and everything.
That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted.
Thank you, I will take the ladle.
You are most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, that reminds me. You pass along the advice for Nouvelette's vacation.
Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, something which couldn't be in further violation of protocol.
Damn.
But I suppose I understand her point. My proclivity to refrain from personal outings does, in part, originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack
The
of
inventory.
desire to engage.
Well,
in the
according to what
human
Spinner
world.
said, I seem to be able to place
Now
it
I
in my
see that
teapot.
the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.
I could have told you that. And that's it, huh? I got the ladle! I actually got it! I do have it. I don't even need to check, as you can see on the left. And that's it. That is the Lantern Rite finished. Now it's just these little side quest thingies. Which, again, it's not the story anymore. Damn. So now I just get to play all the little, whatever mini games they have. Because, yeah, main story, done. So 3 different mini games that I have to check out and do before this ends. But again, we stream for story, not for random other shiz. Give DDLC a big popularity boost? That would explain why I saw so many. Like, again, yesterday when I wanted to raid someone, there were so many people streaming in the DDLC category. Interestingly enough, though, all those people were streaming in the regular DDLC category, not DDLC Plus, because DDLC Plus, as you know, is its own category. So I think that's fascinating. DDLC Plus is currently free, but everyone still decided to be like, you know what? I want to play regular DDLC. Fascinating. Or the people just don't know that DDLC Plus is its own separate category. And that's why a lot of them go and just say, I'm gonna stream DDLC. Because surely DDLC Plus is not its own thing. No, 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 no. Yeah. Well, Do we just raid... I don't know. Do we raid a Genshin streamer? Or do we raid Lyra? Ow. Do we raid Lyra? Just to raid someone we've raided before? Or do we look for a random Genshin streamer? To stay on category. Pass out after this? I mean, that's fair to stick around for the raid at least. I mean, come on, you want those points, don't you? Let's search for the VTuber tag, I guess. Small VTuber playing Genshin. Shouldn't be too hard to find, right? Good with raids. You ending? Yes! I am wrapping this up right now. Just looking for a small little, small Genshin streamer right now to check out. So we can pass along the raid. Catch you later then. Catch you later, catch you later. Be sure to stick around if you want those extra little channel points, which you can use for all kinds of stuff, as I'm sure you know. As I am very sure you know, at least some of you should know. Good night. I'm sure I will have the best night. Alright, Hole. Hole, you have a good night, yes. Yeah, no, I saw your correction there. Oh, look, there's... Who's this person? This person called CodeErr. Maybe we should rate them. I don't know. I just need to pick someone at this point. Because honestly... why is it so hard for me to just pick someone? There's so many people. Just pick anyone. Why can I not pick someone? There's so many choices. You know what? What about this person? They're not affiliate yet. Gotta love rating someone who hasn't even reached affiliate status. Give them a little bit of a boost. Sure. They're playing Japanese, the Japanese dub apparently. Also interesting. But don't worry, the language setting is English. Alright, let's set up the raid and let's head on over, share some love with this person. I'm sure they'll absolutely appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you all around. Thank you so much for watching this stream. We will be back on Friday for FNF. I'm sure it'll be fun. Though until then, everyone, have a good one. I'll see you around, and bye-bye. And of course, if you're watching this stream after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And you know, if you do want to catch me live in the future, then you can do so by checking the description down below, where you'll find a link that will take you to my Twitch. I stream there every Friday and Saturday, sometimes other days as well. In any event, I'll see you around. Bye bye.